why'd you do this to me, bro? Why, man? Why? I apologize for what I said to you, but can you please apologize for what you did to me? Right. That's all I want.
Because I also want to be fair to him. He's not here to defend himself.
Right. But I wasn't there to defend myself when he posted the video. I wasn't there to defend myself when he went to Final Four. I wasn't there to defend myself when he tried to ruin my life. You know, I said those things that I said, but it wasn't worth ruining my life, bro. It wasn't worth ruining my life.
A lot of people would disagree with that.
Because me and you are having a problem and I said some things to you. You know,
I disagree with that.
Listen, what I said was wrong.
I disagree too. If someone says that and they mean it,
but it's just between me and you, you know. And I'm saying it to you so you can hit me.
Yeah, but you're not talking about me. You're talking about my culture.
I know.
You're talking about everybody.
I just said
you're
those
talking
things.
about my grandma when you're talking about my dad.
I'm talking about everybody.
Yeah, you're talking about my boys.
You're right.
So when you say that, yeah, it's gonna charge me up. I'm gonna take offense to that.
I know.
It's super personal because it's not just me.
I wasn't
it's everybody that I love.
I wasn't trying to involve anybody but him. I was only trying to get to him, not anybody else. You know.
But when you say things like that, it goes past that. And you said it yourself. If someone said that to you, they wouldn't be breathing.
Lucky Boys Podcast.
Welcome to Lucky Boys Podcast. I'm Will.
And I'm Norm.
And today we have Harry Tzianakis. Now, you guys may have heard of him before because he went viral for all the wrong reasons, not what anyone wants to get viral for. He was caught on camera saying some choice words specifically towards Asians.
Yep.
We thought it would be interesting to have him on a podcast to kind of walk through this video together and get his take on what went on beyond the video, what we did not see, and kind of get to know the person behind it.
I'd like to thank you guys for giving me this opportunity to tell my side of the story. Thank you so much.
Well, let's just jump straight into it.
First, I'd like to apologize to everybody. Sincerely, you know, I was pushed past my limits and I just couldn't control myself. The things I said, I really did not believe that he was going to post this video.
The things that you said, that doesn't erase it whether you had a camera or not on you. And it's things that people in the Asian community face all the time. I mean, Norm and I, we grew up and we've been called all of those names. I wish that was the first time I've ever heard any of those names being aimed at an Asian person or myself. And I could understand the outrage because when I saw the video personally, I was like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? You know, the things that you said, I agree. It's hurtful. And not only that, it's troublesome.
Disgusting.
It's really troublesome listening to just that Asian rant that you went on. But we do want to dive in. I don't want to make this.
We do want to definitely dive in.
Right. I don't want to get too personal on this. I don't want to make this first because I do want to listen to everything first and then decide, how.
Well, even if you listen to whatever I have to say, I do understand that it still people will hate me. You know, I don't think that whatever I have to say will probably change their feelings. You know, they will probably have this ill feeling against me no matter what, but the only thing I can do is just say my side of the story, why I said these things. I know that there's no excuse for my behavior and what I said. There's no excuse.
I just found it fascinating that you can be friends or be so close to someone who's Asian, and not just one Asian, you have several Asian friends, and still say those things. Part of me goes, the Asian side of me is like, damn, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Is making me hot. Is making me angry and upset listening to the things that you said. And the other side of me, knowing that you have Asian friends and you're good to them, makes me go, maybe that guy's just being a New Yorker, like the old school New York. Maybe it's that vibe, But then I'm just going, you know what? Why don't, Yeah, let's have him on a podcast. Let's have this conversation and then let people decide for their own. And I'll make my own decision after that, because a lot of times what we do is we see the video, we don't see anything beyond that, and we just have the 1, 2, 3 minutes, and that's enough we need to know about someone's character. And sometimes that doesn't paint the full picture, although it doesn't excuse what you said was absolutely wrong, regardless of who instigated the situation and whatnot.
There's no justification of the words that you used.
I know, bro.
But when we look at media right now nowadays with cancel culture, there's three sides to every story, right? There's the one person's side of the story, your side of the story, and the truth. So we have to find that. We have to figure out the truth from conversations between you and what's being shown right now, right? So only one side of the story is being shown. So I'm interested in finding out what you have to say.
You do have Asian friends.
A lot.
And after seeing the video, I'm sure they must have reached out to you.
Dude. Oh my God. They reached out to me. They asked me, like, what's wrong with you, And some of them didn't, because those are things that I would joke around with them. Like, how friends are, man. We said the worst shit to each other, And these are just things that I've said to my friends before, and they've said crazy stuff to me too, But we're just friends. We're joking around. So
this is like people though.
Yeah,
right.
Brothers. We grew up together. I know them my whole life, So it's like banter back and forth. You're a stupid Greek, ape or something, or hairy ape, and then I'll come back and
then in this situation, it's to a total stranger, someone you
right.
didn't know.
And on a camera too. So it was just absolutely disgusting. I shouldn't have done it, and honestly, I did not believe that this person was going to put the video up. I really, from I grew up old school style. If you talk to somebody like that, there was repercussions for your words. Today, it's like as if you say anything to anybody, they just brush it off and take their phone out. I don't understand this. I'm not part of this culture. I haven't had any encounters, so I don't know how to react to it. And I'm camera shy too, man. You take a camera out of me, I'm probably gonna flip up and do stuff like I'm not used to doing. I'm camera shy. You can see the second I realized that he was filming me and not talking to the cops, I started mumbling my words. I was like, right away. Mm-hmm. And I started to flip,
So let's just start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Norm, do you want to pull up the video?
Let me explain first what happened before the video footage.
Yeah, please.
And then we'll get into the video footage from there.
Let's do it.
So what was happening was I lived 2 blocks away from there. I came out of my house and I was in front of him now, and he's like at least maybe 4 or 5 car lengths behind me. We passed through the green light and there's a red light in front of us. So he starts nailing on his horn like crazy. I didn't think anything of it. I'm talking about man. So I'm thinking, I look back, I didn't recognize the car. I'm thinking, maybe he's looking for somebody coming out of a store and he's beeping at them to come in there. You know how that beep, like beep, 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 like come, I'm over here, So I didn't think anything of it. I just kept rolling to the light, So this guy just kept nailing his horn. I turn around and I'm like, yo, dude, look at the light, bro, where we're going to go, It's a shared bike lane, You can't veer me over to the right. A few years ago, I got hurt there. I was in the bike lane. Someone opened up the door and I got hurt there. So they changed the law over there and they made it a merged bike lane. Okay? Anyway, so after I turned around and I pointed to the light, he kept nailing his horn even harder. So I turned around and gave him a middle finger. So he kept nailing his horn out his window, screaming, "Get the hell out of here, you don't belong here." And I was like, you know what? I'll give this guy...
Wait, he said...
Get the hell out of here, you don't belong here.
He said that?
Yeah. Out the window.
Was that in the video or that's
No,
prior?
This is right before the video,
Okay.
before anything started.
Okay.
So he didn't start recording until afterwards.
Yeah.
Until he got out of the car.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I veered over to the right and I locked on my brakes because I figured that he was going to go around me so I could look at them through the window and be like, yo, dude, what the hell is your problem, What's going on? Why are you nailing your horn like this, screaming out your window, get the hell out of here? But he decided to veer into me, go to the right, and veer right into me and jam my bike under the bumper.
Wait, so he crashed into...
Purposely. Crashed into me purposely. Okay?
But there are also arguments I saw that you were brake checking him.
But how can a bike brake check a car? What am I going to do? Brake check a car with $3,000 rims on my bike? You got to be stupid to do that.
Okay.
Like, who's going to brake check a machine like that? I'm going to stop. I veered over to the right. I'll show you the video. He's lying. I veered over to the right so I can let him pass by, so I can look at him through the window. So I locked up to the right, and he came veering to the right and jammed and bumped me on purpose. I jump off the bike, and I punch the hood one time. Okay? And as I'm coming around, well, first I pulled out my bike from the bumper. I pulled the bike out of the bumper. Mm-hmm. As I'm pulling the bike out of the bumper, his fog light popped out.
So your bike was jammed. So that's why I saw the fog.
I should have took a picture.
I thought the fog light was like that because you kicked it or something.
No.
All right, so
I should have taken a picture. I'm stupid, but I'm not someone who's trying to make a case or do some stuff like this, right? I'm just a normal guy trying to get along with my life. So I should have taken a picture when the bike was jammed underneath the bumper. But I'm stupid. I didn't do that, you know?
So originally, your bike was under the bumper of the car,
jammed,
and then you took it off, and then it's on the side of the road.
Yes, and I put it on the side of the road. He has not moved his car at all. Now, if you look at his car, it's all the way to the side. He's away from the yellow lines this much. So where are you going? If you were trying to get away from me, why wouldn't your car be towards the yellow lines? We'll see that later on the video. Okay, but so I got off the bike, I punched his hood, and I went around. I punched his hood and I went around. And then that's what I asked him, like. Because I give the people the benefit of the doubt, you know? I'm not going to start... I live right there. I'm not going to start going crazy on somebody. I live there. Everybody knows me there, you know? So I asked him, what did you mean when you said, get the hell out of here, I don't belong here, you know? And he turns around and he goes to me, look around you. That's when I flipped out.
Like where you're at. Like
look around you, dude. There's only Chinese over here, you know? And I go to him, listen, you listen to me. Can I curse?
Yeah.
I live here. I live 2 blocks away from here. You know? I told him just like this. I was like, why don't we go around the corner and you could fucking, you know, we could settle it like men. I told him like 3-4 times. Let's go around the corner and kick my ass if I don't belong in this neighborhood, bro. You know? And he started pulling out his phone. So I'm like, holy shit, this guy's gonna get me for threatening him. So I started pulling out my phone to make the police report, right? All of a sudden, I'm making the police report. And I'm thinking right now, I can hear him talking. And he's saying that I told him this is my country and to get the hell out of here. So I'm fuming right now to the cops. So I was like, yeah, there's someone dying on the floor. And she goes to me, no. And I was like, no, it's me. I was in the accident. She goes to me, and then I go to her, well, there's going to be someone dying on the floor if you don't get the cops here. Get the cops here. Just get the cops here. We don't need nothing else but the cops here. That's all. You could get the recording. That's what the recording says. Okay, so
when you reported that, saying that to the dispatcher or whoever,
I mean, it's a recorded conversation.
Right.
I mean, who's going to make a stupid freaking
right? But that statement, was that false, or because people are saying
it was false? I wasn't
statement?
dying. I wasn't dying, but I said that because there might be someone dying on the floor if they don't get here, because he's lying. You know, I can hear him. I heard the conversation he's saying, because you can hear me. I stop. I put my back to him, and I can hear him saying to the cops. He's saying to the cops that I told them that I thought it was to the cops, but he's recording me the whole time. So I'm thinking he had like an earpiece and he's talking to the cops and he's saying, this guy told me to get the hell out of, this guy told me that this is his country and to get out of here, that it's his country. So that's when I fumed out and I started talking like that to the police, and I said that. And then when she asked me, I was like, no, I'm the one in the accident. Everything's okay. If you don't get the cops here now, someone might be dying on the ground. So get the cops here, you know?
It seemed like you were making it over dramatic, and some people would point that out as, you know, I'm sure we've all pretty much heard the phrase Karen nowadays, and you're like a male Karen in that instance. That's how you came across based on the video. That's how I looked at it as well. I was like, what is this guy talking about? That's not what's going on. Who's dying? Like, why is he's totally pulling out like a male Karen. It just wasn't a good look.
Absolutely, I totally agree. That makes me look like a total liar, and it might even discredit everything I say.
Yeah,
I know. I totally agree. But you have to understand that's a recorded conversation, and I know that. So what kind of lie can I tell? It's a recorded conversation. It's 911. You know, I was just saying that so they could get the cops there fast, because I didn't want to go to jail for beating the shit out of this kid.
Move on to what happened next.
Well, after that, once I realized that he was filming me, he came closer. And he started putting the camera towards me. And you see, I started mumbling. I couldn't really even speak. Once I realized that he was filming me, I started, you know, I mean, it's kind of, you're putting someone on the spot, you know. If you flip the camera on anybody, even if it's in a normal situation, they're going to be like kind of shy. They're going to be kind of, it's something that you're not used to, you know. I am not on camera. I've never been on camera. So this kid's putting me on his video, okay? After he racially attacked me, crashed into me on purpose, and now you're filming me, bro?
Well, I don't know if he racially attacked you. I didn't see that part.
I know, but you can hear me tell him that in the video. You said you feel that I don't belong here. You know, you hear me telling him that. And if he plays the whole video, you can hear me tell the ambulance woman what exactly happened. I didn't want to talk to this person. I didn't want to have any type of dialect with him. I didn't want to exchange any normal conversation with him. I was just trying to abuse him. I wanted to beat the shit out of him for treating me in a racist and racial way in the neighborhood that I grew up in. That's the only thing I wanted to do. Okay. He felt I didn't belong there because I didn't look the same. Okay. He made that clear to me. And that's why I was the way I was. And that's why I said the things I said.
Right. So
still doesn't give me the excuse to say the things I said.
Right. So what happened next?
From that part, I slapped his phone when I saw him.
Because in the video, it looked like he got slapped.
No.
So he didn't get hit.
Yeah, no, he had the phone like this in my face, and
so he had the phone. I guess the way I'm holding my phone right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Like exactly like this.
Like this, and I slapped it like.
So
this,
you slapped his phone,
like an uppercut slap, you know. Yeah. In a situation like this is like a serious situation, right? We get into an accident or whatever you want to call it, however you want to call it, right? Why can't we settle it like men, like human beings, and just get on with our lives? Why do you have to take your phone out and escalate everything? You see, if he would have never taken his phone out, I would have forgave him for what he did to me, and I would have went on my day. I've been abused there before. It doesn't bother me. I've been harassed there before. It doesn't bother me.
And you are taking some ownership with what you said. You understand that that's wrong, and that it should not have said. However, I'm listening to you as of now, and it does seem like you are coming off as you're the victim here.
Well, I am the victim. I didn't do anything to him.
And I'm not sure that that's the case.
I'm guilty for what I said, but not the situation. I'm the victim of the situation.
From the video, after everything you said, and from what I can see, what I can extrapolate from there, it seems to me that you have a short temper.
Oh, yeah.
And as soon as he made contact with your bike, you obviously you went over to the other side. You just completely became extremely confrontational.
I had to clarify what he meant by get the hell out of here. So I pulled over and I stopped.
So you hit his car.
He hit my bike.
He hit your bike. You hit his car.
Yeah.
He gets out. You guys are going at it.
And I call him racist. I'm calling him a racist at this time.
To me, he didn't like that, but he was going to go, you know what? I'm going to make you famous now. And you just kept on going. And then he kind of reeled you back in, by getting in your face, saying, give me that energy. Oh, yeah, I love that energy. I love that energy. Give me that energy. He wasn't backing down from you one bit. He obviously was not scared. And you obviously weren't either. So you guys are, two guys going at it. And then
his protection was the phone.
And then you became extremely confrontational to the point where I could tell in a video that you were like, you know what? I want to get it to a point where I can make it self-defense, where he attacks me first.
Yes.
So that, am I right about that?
Yes, absolutely. That's what I wanted to do.
Because I've seen a lot of fights. I've seen a lot of arguments being a New Yorker and growing up what we did. And I could see that you were trying to antagonize him and get him to say something.
To hit me.
To get in touch. So that he can get emotional enough to want to put hands back on you, or because you swung at his phone first, to do that. But he obviously didn't fall for the trap.
Do you feel that it's right for somebody to film you, guys? I mean, do you think that it's right for someone to film you at an accident?
So I feel a couple of ways about that. I feel that if I'm just walking down the street and you start filming me, no, that's never okay. That's really strange, right? Without asking me. Now, if we're in a confrontation with one another, for my personal safety and for evidence and proof, absolutely. I'm okay with pulling out the phone, because it's because of the recordings, as against it as you may be, because you're old school, it's because of those recordings that we're able to have proof of brutality, right? Yep. And we have proof of
assaults,
verbally,
racism,
everything.
Yeah. So even car accidents, with the cameras on cars. So
as you take pictures to make sure to verify that these things actually happened.
Right. I think the pros outweigh the cons, and I don't have a problem with that, especially in a confrontation.
Now, one question: do you feel that he took it out for his protection, or to do what with it?
In New York, there are several aggressive bikers who are extremely douchey, right? And if you're like one of those types of bikers and you're in the middle and you're giving the middle finger, someone's honking you, like beep, beep.
I agree.
You give a finger to me, I'm going to go, come on, man. And then you start brake checking me. Well, I'm going to like all right, what the hell? And
I
then
agree.
if my car touches your $3,000 rims, I'm like, well, that's your dumbass's fault for brake checking me.
Right.
Like, I didn't know you was going to brake
I
check
agree.
me. How do I know that?
But it didn't
You
go
know?
that way.
So that's what I'm saying from my angle. So
Right.
of course, then I'm going to get out and I might take out my phone and start recording you to show the world, like, look, this is what we Asians go through. You see this? Like, you see this asshole? You see what he's doing?
I hope. I wish it was that way, and I would have been wrong, but it's not that way.
Okay.
I wish it was that way. 2 blocks away from my house, man. Listen, I'm not gonna act like that. 2 blocks away from my house, you gotta do something to me to do that. There's no way I'm gonna do it. Like, at that point, I didn't care anymore. I wanted to break this kid's face. I wanted to see him bleeding, you know, for how he treated me. I'm an old guy, man. He's a young kid, you know.
How old was the guy? What do you look like?
I don't know. He looked like he was in his 20s. Yeah, a young kid. How could you treat me like this, bro? How can you yell at me out the window? Get the hell out of here. You know, ram your car purposely into my bike, and then start filming me on top of it.
Harry, I have a little bit of hesitation when I hear that. I'm listening to you, and I'm really trying to put myself in both of your shoes, right? Because that's what we don't have on camera.
I know.
It looked like it was a hot day, right? A summer. It was sunny out, obviously, and it also looked like, you know, like COVID's happening. They had masks on.
Yeah.
Right. I could hear through this conversation. Why would someone roll down their window and scream if they're concerned? One, concerned about COVID. Two, if it's hot as
Those were his
balls out.
excuses. I know.
Right.
That's what he said. Those were his excuses.
Right.
But when I punched the hood, that's when he started closing his windows, and that's how I knew he was.
So
closing
you're
his
saying
windows.
that he's lying?
Yeah. His window was open. That's how he screamed out his window. When I punched his hood, I saw him closing his window because he got scared. And when I went around, and then he opened the door, talking to me through the door, you know. But his window was closed at that time.
Okay.
You know. But his window was open. I saw him closing his window. When I punched the thing, he got scared and started closing his window.
But if he was scared, again,
He doesn't know who I am.
if
He
he-
sees I'm getting
but-
aggressive to the point that I'm
Right.
going to start ripping somebody's head off.
Sure.
Of course he's going to close his window.
yeah, of course. But then if he's scared, if I close my windows, means I'm staying in my car.
Yeah,
Like,
but then he
I'm
opened the
not
door, because the door you
getting
could
out.
open and close. I can't come
Right.
to the window and throw something at him or punch him through the window.
Right.
Right. So if he closes his door, he's safe again.
If he's concerned, like, why did he get out his? You
Because
know,
I'm telling him, get the hell out. What did you mean by that? So he cracked the door open and he started to get out of the car. You know, and I was like, what the hell did you mean? I don't belong here. You know. And then the other guy started to get out of the car. The
Okay.
car never moved. I never told him, like he said in the video that I stopped him from leaving 3 times. Dude, I took a plate. I took a picture of his plate. He could have left any time. I was gonna make a police report that he hit and run after. I didn't
but
care.
he's obviously. If I'm him, I'm not leaving. If you're
So then why did he say that I was trying to leave? I tried
if-
to leave 3 times. We're gonna see right now on the news channel.
Because
He's lying. He's a liar.
if you go at me like that and you start calling me, some of your choice words were that the reason his eyes are like that and everybody
That
else
was way later. Way later.
So
That was way later.
So that happened after.
Way later that
Okay.
happened. We're gonna run through the video and you'll
Okay.
see. That's when he says, "Oh, now you're getting racist." Yeah, because I wasn't getting racist before, because I hadn't said a word to you before.
So
that's
at,
why he said, "Oh, now you're getting racist, huh?"
So at that point where this confrontation happened, he wasn't recording at this time.
No.
So he came out of the car.
Yeah.
He wasn't recording at the
And I
time.
started screaming at him, "You racist piece of crap. You know, what did you mean by this? You know, what did you mean?" He goes to me, "Look around you." And I was like, "Okay, let's go around the corner and settle this like men, bro." I go to him just like that. Like 3-4 times I told him, "Let's go around the corner and settle it like men." Any man would have been like, "Okay, let's do this, bro."
Now,
you know?
did the driver know? Did you say anything racist prior or any
Nothing.
hint at
Nothing.
it?
He said that I said to him, "This is my country." This is not my country.
Because
You know, I was born
looking
here,
at
but
the
I'm Greek.
video, it almost felt like you said something prior, and
No.
and then he took out his phone, wanted to capture it, and kind of
That's a lie.
kind of get you.
He felt
to
guilty.
to
He
kind of
felt-
lose control and say it again,
He felt guilty.
where he can capture it on camera.
He felt guilty for what he did and what he said. So he tried to flip it on me by saying that I said that to him. But I never said that to him. I would never scream out 2 blocks away from my house where I live, "You don't belong here," or whatever. "This is my country." I would never say that 2 blocks away from my house.
So
and
you
I've
didn't
never
say
ever.
that. He said that to you, but he's saying that you said that to him.
Yes, I've never said that to anybody online. I've never said that to anybody in person ever in my life.
Okay.
To the point to where I say, "This is my country." I don't feel this is my country. I was born here, but this country is the land of the lost. It belongs to everybody, okay? This is not my country, and if this country is somebody's, it's the Indians.
Okay.
Right? I'm not going to say that this is my country. The bloodline to this country belongs to the Indians, nobody else, okay? My bloodline belongs to Greece. Okay, and I'm gonna say that that's my country, not this country. So he's an absolute liar on that. Okay. I've never said that to anybody.
Then it leads me to this one. If you're saying we're all equal, or this is not anyone's country, it belongs to the Native Americans.
Yeah.
Then what did you mean by I'm the superior race? And
I was just pissing him off, bro. I was just trying to
you
piss
guys
him
are inbreds. That's why your eyes are like that.
Yeah.
Well, you specifically you said slanted eyes.
Yeah, that was just some stupid shit I said, dude.
Okay.
I apologize. I'm so sorry.
You were just trying to push his buttons.
I was just pushing his fucking buttons, man. I was just putting his buttons. You know, I was calling him a weak yellow motherfucker. You know, I'm the strongest race. You're weak. Show me you're strong. You know, that's what I was telling him. Come on, show me you're strong. You know, and I was just pissing him off. I was just egging him on. You know, that's all I was doing. I was trying to say the things that I felt that would piss me off. Like you say those things to me, I can guarantee you we're gonna fight. Because I can't control myself. You know, I will not allow anybody to speak to me that way. And I tried to speak to him in a way that I would not take. You understand? I come from a different generation. You couldn't speak to anybody in the past like that. There was repercussions for your words. You understand? And that's what I was trying to do to him. And I know now there's repercussions for my words. You understand? I fucked up big time. I know that. Mm-hmm. And I know that the shit that I say to my friends joking around, I shouldn't have fucking said in the camera. But I had just lost it at that point. There was the kid pushed me past my limits. You know, he treated me in a racist, hateful way 2 blocks away from my house. Okay, I couldn't take it anymore. On top of that, he rams his car into my bike on purpose, and then you know, I mean, he starts filming me. You're wrong, and you're filming me. I mean, come on, dude. How much can somebody actually take, man? You know. And that's why I flipped the fuck out. I didn't mean to do what I did. I didn't mean to say what I said to him, you know? And at one point, I actually felt sorry for him when I was telling him, go fuck yourself. You can hear his voice. It changed. And then I make my eye like that. I go like this. And that's when I realized I really pussied the kid. And then I take my glasses out. I'm like, this kid's not even a threat anymore. You know, he's just a pussy. But he kept agging me on, you know? I was just waiting for the cops to come, and he just agging me on. You know, and I'm a hothead. I just wanted to lay my hands on him. That's all I wanted to do. You know, and I went in the comment section and I told him, let's have a friendly expedition.
Have you guys spoken since?
He paged me, and I didn't know it was him. He actually messaged me on Instagram. I didn't know it was him, so I explained to him, you know, my side of the story, like I was doing to a lot of people, you know. And then he goes to me, no, it's me. And I was like, nah, it's not you. He goes to me, no, it is me. And I was like, well, why did you do what you did to me, bro? You know, you guys can see the conversation. You know, and then in the end, I apologized to him. And then he goes to me, whatever, I don't accept your apology. You know. And then he just left. So basically,
I don't accept your apology.
Yeah, so basically, you abused me. You humiliated me. You destroy my freaking life, and now you don't accept my apology, and you're not apologizing to me for doing what you did to me, and the only thing I did was open up my mouth, and you destroyed my life? I mean, come on, bro. You're the one who started it. You're the one beeping your horn like a stupid freaking motherfucker in the beginning for no reason, you know? Beeping. I'm showing you there's a red light. Where are we going to go? There's a car stopped at the light. You can see where we are. Where are we going to go? It's racist hatred from him. 100 million%. And I made sure because I asked him and he goes to me, look around you. Why would you say that to anybody, dude? He didn't know I lived in the neighborhood. He didn't know I was from there. He was probably from some other part of the neighborhood because everybody knows me there. You understand? So he was from another part of the neighborhood, some other part, maybe Queens. I don't know where he is. I didn't even go get the police report because I didn't really care. That's how much I don't care about doing anything to him or anything. I just tried to get along with my day. He treated me this way, rammed his car into me, everything. He treated me in a racist way. The only thing I wanted to do was make a police report and go on with my day. That's all I wanted to do. And when he turned around and I saw that he was filming me, that's when all hell broke loose. Okay? And that's why I told you that filming creates bigger problems. That's what escalated everything. That's what made things worse. If he never pulled out his phone, the cops would have came, I would have made the police report, only a police report, I wouldn't even mention anything racist because I'm used to it by now, okay? And I would have went on my way.
So if he never pulled out his phone, you're saying that you would never have said
without
any
a
of
doubt,
those things.
without a doubt, we probably would have been friends and playing ball together. I swear to God.
But why did it escalate because he pulled out his phone? I just don't understand that part.
He smacked his bike into his car into my bike. He's racially freaking thing. Okay, listen, I understand. He might think that I don't belong there. Okay, everyone's Chinese there, and I understand how things work. But he didn't know that I lived there. I understand that. You know, I understand all these things. Trust me, I do, bro. You know? And I knew that if the cops came there, we would have made the police report. I would have been on my way. I would have cursed at him, whatever. And maybe the next time I saw him, we could have been friends. But the way he escalated the things, maybe he would have figured out, oh, this guy lives around here. He has Asian friends. He's not what I thought. Or whatever. Why did I treat him this way? You know? I don't know. And then maybe next time he would have saw me on the basketball court, you know, and maybe we would have played and become friends.
I'm looking at it from that person's. I don't know what his name is. The person.
Me neither.
Mr. Tang.
Mr. Tang.
I have no idea.
So I don't know what
He
his
obviously knows mine.
take is. Well, you are definitely famous for all the wrong reasons.
Open up my fucking mouth.
Let's talk about that apology. What you're saying, and if you apologize to me after saying all that, I have to agree with them. That's not enough.
Yeah, but listen, I didn't do this on my own. I didn't come out of my house and find any random person and be like, hey, you, come here. You're fucking this and fucking that and fuck you and this, that. No, I didn't do that.
But Harry, you have to understand, that doesn't matter. You know, because if we're arguing... Why doesn't
he feel guilty for making me...
Maybe he does. I don't know that.
He doesn't.
But if you and I are arguing, if we're arguing and we're having a legit argument...
I know.
And then you take it somewhere racial, and let's just say we're not fighting and I'm not antagonizing. We're just talking here, and then you...
Yeah, I know, man.
And then you bring it to a point where you want to fight me. And
fighting is better than the words I said.
And you want to bring it to a point where you want to fight. So you start using fighting words. You start saying races, whatever you can to antagonize me. We don't actually fight. Whatever. Things get blown over like the way it is. And then later on, you apologize to me. And I'm going to go, well, you know what? That's not enough because of what Asians go through. We get swept under the rug and we get silenced. I don't know if you are aware of it. I mean,
I feel that way too. I know exactly what you're going
Asian
through.
Neighborhood, right, where it eventually turned Asian, but you've been there for decades while it was Asians.
Exactly, and so I saw it happening.
You can see, and I know based on your insults, I can tell that you know what we're sensitive about.
I know. I'm sorry, bro. You know.
No, that's you know. So when he says sorry, I get that he's going, yeah, that's not enough, homie. Like you know,
yeah, I know from that end.
That's like, yo, you know what we go through, man. Like,
I know what you go through. Trust me, I saw it firsthand.
When we're little, all the way up to we're adults, to our mothers going through it, to our parents, our grandparents, and then now our children. So a lot of people don't factor this in, but Asians actually have to look at the neighborhood that they're growing up to see if there's enough Asians, like a good mix, so that they feel
safer and
they don't feel
abused.
Like a token Asian person being in that neighborhood. So,
but do you feel that this kid has been through that?
When you make an insult,
everybody thought he was black.
But that's just the way he speaks, and I understand that because I talked to my friend Josh here,
and he should have known better.
And he thought my friend Josh, who isn't Asian, he said we were talking prior to this, and he told me he thought the kid was black.
Everybody did.
But that doesn't change anything for me. And I know a lot of Asians that speak with a very urban accent. I happen to be one of them. Yeah. It may not be as distinguished as his, but you know, I grew up with a lot of blacks. I grew up with Italians. In my neighborhood at that time, there was a lot of blacks, Hispanics, and Italians. Predominantly, those are the kids that I played with growing up. Later on in life, that's when I hung out with Asians. But that said, that's even worse. If he did grow up with blacks, if he did grow up with Latinos, or whoever, based on his accent, when a lot of people, like you said, thought he was black or urban, that makes it worse. You don't think that he was picked on and people said crazy shit to him?
Absolutely.
You know, you're more likely to get those words thrown at you if you're in a minority of a certain racial group.
And he should know better not to treat anybody in a racist way, especially being an American kid, growing up in American schools and having American friends. Okay? That's why I don't care. When the other ones bother me and they abuse me in the neighborhood, I don't care, because even if I say anything to them, they don't understand a word. The other guys, I don't mind. But when I heard him, he was an American English-speaking kid. That bothered me even more, because he should have known better not to do that to me. You understand? And that made me flip even more. You know? That's what made me flip.
When you were saying those things to him, because that's the meat of the whole footage. That's what everyone's really looking at and paying attention to.
What I got
is
from
when that moment, and I can hear, and then in that moment, I can hear the anxiety in his voice when he's saying, "Yeah, give me that energy, give me that." It seems like all the shit just accumulated, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna." Every single time anybody's ever said something to me, I'm aiming it right at you right now. And every Asian person throughout this country and beyond that's ever had that against them as well, especially now during COVID, what we're going through, they see that video and they're like, holy shit, this guy's gonna get it. We're gonna cancel the shit out this guy.
Right.
You know?
Let me explain one thing to you. After doing a little research on this kid, I went to his YouTube channel, and he was not interested in videos like this. Okay? It was months before, 8 months before, a year before, 2 years before, nothing like this. All of a sudden, 2 months ago, he started to get interested in stuff like this. Specifically stuff like this.
Like what?
Videos like this. The one that he tried making and become famous for. That's what he was aiming to do. He saw an opportunity.
Wait, so you're saying that he's posted videos like this before, or
no,
what is?
But he was downloading videos on his YouTube channel that is identical to what had happened. Like, that's what he was interested in. That's what he started to get interested in. You could go to his YouTube channel and you could see that the last few months that's all he's been loading, and that's all that he's interested in, and that's all that he wanted to do.
Wait, other videos of racist attacks towards him?
Yes.
Asians?
No, just videos
Towards
like
Asians?
this. There's just clowning people in videos like this. Just clowning people. Clowning people with the damn phone. Okay, that's all he has on his thing. Recently, all the videos that he has there, that's all he is. You saw him coming out trying to clown me. Okay, that's all he was doing. He was trying to make a video so he can become famous. That's all he was doing. That was his whole point. I'll put my life down on it. That's what he wanted to do. It had nothing to do with no Asians. It had nothing to do with no racism. It had nothing to do with covert. He just saw an opportunity to make money, and that's all it was.
I don't know if he made money from it, and I don't know.
He just saw an opportunity to become famous, to make a movie, to make a show and become famous. I'm telling you.
Harry,
you can hear. He's just clowning me the whole time,
I don't
laughing.
know. I look at it the other way, actually. I disagree. I think he was trying to make you famous.
No. He was trying
to make you famous.
He was trying to make a video for himself so he could become famous. That's what he
I
was
don't
trying
know
to
if
do.
I would never want to be famous for something like that.
Well,
I don't know if any Asian person
he's
would
not
want
going to
to.
It's not going to have anything negative towards him. He's just going to be the one that created the video, and then everybody's going to start
Right, but out of all
him.
the things to be famous for, that's not the one. That's not it.
I understand what you're saying, but he's just going to get some.
I don't know the guy, but
he's going to get some type of subs. He's going to get something back from this.
So you're saying he did it for the follows, the likes?
Absolutely, without a doubt. That's exactly why he did it.
So he recorded you for social clout.
100%. 100%.
I don't know him, but I'll be really. I kind of wish I had him across the table right now.
100%.
Yeah, maybe we can't get him on a different.
100%. That's exactly why he did it.
I can't speak for him.
From the track record from his movies that he's uploading on his YouTube channel, you can all go look. If he doesn't take them out, you can all go look and see that he was not interested in stuff like this. All of a sudden, 2-3 months ago, that's all he's been posting. That's all he likes. That's all he wants. And you know what? He made one for himself. He knew he hit gold with me. Okay? That's what he thought. That's what he did. But it didn't. All this is going to backfire on you because you're a liar. That's why.
That would make sense to me if he actually went out there and did, because we know people.
You saw him doing it.
We know people like that, and they're going out there trying to create scenes like that.
He is.
But he's, from what you said, he doesn't have a history of that. He's just posting. He's posting videos of other videos, so not himself.
What do you think he's dreaming of? What do you think he's dreaming of? That's his dream. That was his dream, and that's what happened.
I don't think that was his dream. I think he was caught.
He's not acting normal.
The situation happened.
The way he's acting on the camera, he's not acting like a normal person, trying to question me like, "Why'd you say these things to me?" Or "What is going on?" or something. He's clowning me. You see him the whole time trying to add me out so I could act like an asshole so he can make a fucking movie.
Right. So
so don't tell me that this is about fucking Asians and all this shit. It's about him trying to clown me, and I fucking freaked out. That's all it is. It's not about the covert. It's not about this shit. It's about him trying to clown me. That's all it is, dude. 100% I lost my mind and I fucking said the wrong things. But if you look at his track record right now, go to his YouTube channel. And look, the last 2-3 months.
Can you go to his YouTube channel?
All right, look at the last 2-3 months.
Do you know what his YouTube channel is?
Yes, I'll send you a picture of it. His name is something Doralis or something. He changed his name. I don't even know what name is freaking. I have a picture of it. I'm sorry for my anger, bro. Wait.
People listening or watching the podcast, Harry, that's what they're going. They're going.
I know that. I know. I look like the bad guy here, but trust me, he's the one who is looking to become famous or something off of this crap. I was not. Listen, if he would have never turned on that phone, nothing would have happened. I promise you, bro.
But I don't see a problem with him turning on the phone. You keep going back to that, Harry. It's not a problem.
We'll get into it. We'll get into that. We'll get into that.
You know,
when we start getting into that,
but why is that such a problem? Why is that such a problem with him turning on the phone?
I just don't like to get filmed. I just figured that it wasn't the situation to do it. Everything was calm. I was just calling the cops. They were gonna come, make the police report. I was gonna be out of my way, man.
Right.
You need to fucking.
But don't you think if someone's pointing
on the phone and telling me, like, feel that energy, like, what? Like, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing, bro? I'll take that phone and shove it up your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand what you're doing. Like, what is this? Why can't you act like a normal human being? We'll wait for the cops, make a police report, we go on our way.
The fact that he was able to speak up and because he spoke English, so he's
so now you can understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, so he was protecting himself though, right?
What do you mean?
He was protecting himself because he's speaking up to you, because in this situations where most of the time Asians can't speak up for themselves because they don't know the language, they don't know English.
Well,
when they're being harassed.
I think what happened was he hit your bike and that charged you up right there. I don't think it was the phone. I think he hit your bike and you got fucking pissed off.
No,
from there.
He said
the honking was the beginning.
The honking
because
was
nobody honking in New York. When you go anywhere else out of the country, honking is like polite. People are like constantly honking. It's pretty cool.
No, but this was no normal honking.
New York honking is someone you could lightly honk at someone and it'll charge them up. And I think
I'm on a bike. I can keep going. It's not a big deal.
You being a native New Yorker, that may be part of our DNA. So when he honked at you, I'm willing to bet that already got you worked up. And if he doesn't stop at honking at you,
no. The second time he honked at me, that's when I was like,
because I got it based on our conversation. You have a fuck you personality.
Yeah,
you definitely have a fuck you personality. So I think he honks at you. I don't see you going.
Not in the start.
My bad. I'm gonna go to the side.
No, not in the start. I didn't say nothing. I thought he was beeping for somebody, or like a friend. Like a friend would beep to you and be like, yo.
But I think you got charged up from the honk. It was charging you up, and then I think
not the first one.
What got you
not
immediately going was when he made contact with your bike. That set you on a rampage because you punched his car. He didn't pull out his phone yet.
I know.
You punched this car.
Okay, but
you punched this car after.
This is what happened
after he hit your bike. So whether you were brake checking or not, I don't know.
That was in the end. I'm not going to brake check a car.
Right. So what I'm saying is, so at that point you're already fumed. You're ready for a battle. You're looking for it. And I'm listening to you.
He's beeping his horn. He's beeping his horn. I didn't care. I'm on a bike, bro. I could get on the yellow lines and disappear. Okay, I could get on the yellow lines and disappear. I can go, bro. I can run lights. I could get away. It doesn't matter, bro. Trust me when I'm telling you, this kid's a racist piece of shit. I'm going down the block and he's beeping his horn. I'm thinking nothing of it. Okay? I'm thinking he's trying to get someone's attention, walking around. When I figured I didn't recognize the car, I didn't think nothing of it. The second time he's beeping his horn, that's when I turned around and pointed at the light. And I was like, yo, dude. There's a light. There's nowhere to go. So when I turned around again, he started beeping his horn again, screaming out his window. After the third time, I pulled my middle finger out. When I pointed at the light, he started beeping his horn again. So I turned around and I'm like, oh, fuck yourself. What's your problem, bro? So I started to veer over to the right. I'll show you the video, bro. I started veering over to the right as he's screaming. When he's screaming out, you don't belong here, get the hell out. So that's when I totally stopped. When I heard those words, that's when I totally stopped. But I was all the way over to the right. You can see his fog light pops out on the right side of the car.
Right, I saw that.
Okay, so he hit me on the right side of a car. And I'm all the way to the right side of the road. And you can see that his car is far away from the yellow lines. He's not trying to go around me. He hit me on purpose because I gave him the middle finger. Okay, and then after that, I asked him, I was like, yo, dude, because I gave him the middle finger, he told me, get the fuck out of here. You don't belong here. So then I asked him, what do you mean by that, bro? And he goes to me, look around you.
Okay, I could see
Okay,
that.
look around you. And I said, if I look around me, there's only Chinese. Listen, let's go around the corner and settle this like men, bro. We can just do this like men. You don't think I belong here? I told him like 3-4 times. You don't think I belong here? Let's go around the corner and settle it like men. Park your car at the pump right here and let's go around the corner and settle it like men. You guys could kick my ass. I'm an old man. I told him that like 4 or 5 times.
And what was his uncle doing? Right, that was his uncle.
Nothing. He was just standing on the other side. I didn't know it was his uncle.
Okay.
I didn't know it was his uncle.
But it also
I felt bad after that because I went in the guy's face. You know.
It looked like from the video that he
was
went to go
standing
check
behind me
on the damage on your bike.
Yeah, I know, but you should see the way he went and started standing behind me like that. So I was like, dude, wait. He's circling around me. Look, I already threatened him. I was like, yo, let's go around the corner. So I don't know what's happening here. Right now,
So you're in a very defensive.
Yeah, right now I don't know what's happening. I don't know if they're gonna hit me behind me. I don't know if he's circling me. Okay. So I don't know what's happening here, you know. So I have to stand my ground and somehow protect myself, you know.
Right.
Because I already told him, let's go around the corner and do this.
So who are you yelling at? It seemed like you were yelling at someone else too. Across the street.
Yeah, they started yelling at me. That was later on. They started yelling at me, get the fuck out of here, get the fuck out of here, you know? So I started yelling at them too. Listen, you have nothing to do with the situation. Mind your own motherfucking business and go on with your day. You know? I don't need you yelling at me too. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. They'll stop there and start yelling at anybody if they see that they don't belong there, you understand? And that's what happened. That's what happened. He wasn't the only one. Some other guy came between the other cars telling me to get the hell out of there, you know? I mean, that's the way it is, bro. I don't need to tell you that, man. I don't need to tell you that, bro. Honestly, I don't need to tell you that.
Well, I don't know what they saw. You know, I wasn't there. And
what else could he have told me? He was like, "Get the fuck out of here."
But I'll tell you what, though. If I'm there, if I'm there, and I hear a guy calling me an inbred or calling someone else that looks like me an inbred,
right? Well,
it's going to be a problem,
right?
Or, you know, it's not. I'm not going to walk by and mind my business. That's certainly not. But
at that time,
happening.
I wasn't talking to him like that. I was just talking to him normal. When that guy starts speaking up,
but I heard you on the video.
This is the fucking bike lane.
On the video, though, you're actually calling that guy an inbred.
Yeah, after
right?
when he started telling me, "Get the fuck out of here." Yeah,
so
I did.
If I'm walking by and I catch you saying that, well,
but I wasn't calling this guy an inbred.
I'm going to join this conversation.
But I wasn't calling the kid an inbred at the time. I was explaining to him, this is the bike lane.
So I get those guys in Chinatown. You know? Were they Asian as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so I get those guys exactly. I totally get it. Like I said, years of getting abused, and now someone's in Chinatown abusing us. Like,
it seems that way. It seems that way to them. Yeah, it seems that way.
Exactly. So
but I was getting abused.
But that's the thing. It doesn't help when you're double downing.
I know. You're right.
And saying the things you said.
And it seemed like I was the one wrong because I'm screaming freaking crazy shit.
Guess what?
Of course they're gonna say something to me like, "Get the fuck out of here, you crazy bastard."
If I'm in Harlem,
you're right.
And then I'm arguing with a black person,
Absolutely
and other black people are getting involved.
Dude,
I'm not gonna start saying negative things. Or if I'm in a Jewish neighborhood, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, someone's gonna be like, "Get the fuck out of here, bro."
I'm not gonna be
Everyone's
anti-Semitic.
gonna start saying that.
If they say it to me, then I'm gonna explain it to them. Hey, I understand you guys mad, but this isn't a racial thing. It's a thing where this guy hit my bike while I'm just waiting for the cops.
But it was a racist thing. It was a racist thing.
On my end, it's not a racist thing. I'm not being racist towards them. I'm waiting for the cops. He hit me.
Right, exactly. At that point, yes, yes. And then I lost my fucking mind when the camera came out.
Piece of shit, and then that's it. I'm just gonna let the cops handle it.
That's what I tried to do, bro. That's what I tried to do, and then the fucking camera came out and ruined my life. I would have never said those things.
But it's not the camera that ruined your life.
I ruined my life. Fine, my words ruined my life. But if you would have never taken out that camera, nothing would have happened. I promise you.
But if you never said those, you're blaming it on something else. You got to be accountable for your words. You said those things, Harry.
I know. No one made me say them.
Exactly.
I said them
he
so
didn't
I
have
could
a
make
script
him hit
prepared
me.
for you.
I just wanted him to hit me. I needed him to hit me so I could freaking hit him.
So it wasn't the phone. It's you, Harry.
I know. Listen,
you gotta understand. It's
recently there was a robbery, right? And I stopped some guy from robbing. I shook him up a little bit, and I ended up going to jail. And I was running to court for freaking months for it, man. Maybe a half a year. And I stopped the robbery and I went to jail. So you think that I was going to lay a finger on this kid? I wasn't. Because I was already through that.
But now, if I didn't stick your hand down his throat.
Well, listen, if I wasn't in the robbery, if I didn't stop this robbery and I never got arrested, I wouldn't know there was repercussions for your actions. And this kid would have been bleeding on the floor. I guarantee you. The only thing that stopped him...
But that's why you were trying to charge him up so he hits you first and you get self-defense.
Yes.
I saw that in the video.
That's all I was trying to do. That's all I was trying to do. These racist things did not come out of my mouth because I hate Asians. They came out of my house so I can beat the shit out of this kid. That's the only reason. That's the only thing I wanted. I have Asian friends that are my family, bro. Like they're my family, man. You know, I see them. I see them like they're my family.
I have Asian. My Asian friend reached out to me talking to me about you. Said all the kind things you did for them.
Everybody in the neighborhood, I
not
swear
only
to God.
for them but their families as well. That's why I thought at first when they hit me up and he said, "Will, that guy from that video, get him on a podcast," and I was like, "Absolutely not." I was like, "Why?" I was like, "Why am I gonna?" He's actually friends with so and so,
We're not friends. That kid's my family,
and he vouches for him. So that made me go, okay. Now that's interesting. Now it did pique my interest, and now I'm going, all right, let me get to know the guy behind this, because how can you still say those things?
I know, and have friends.
And have such a strong amount of Asian friends, especially the things that you did for them.
But not only bond with them.
It goes beyond that.
We're not friends. We're family. We're not friends, bro. We're family.
You know their mothers. You know their fathers. Like you're part of that.
Man, it's
community.
embarrassing, bro. Listen, I when it snows, I go around and I freaking shovel all the old people's homes around the corner. I know all the Asians and they can't do it, and I go and I do it for them. You guys can go interview them. These guys saw my freaking face plastered with me going like this. Do you think how embarrassed I am? Huh? You know how ashamed I am? You're not mean to feel it. I'm ashamed. I'm embarrassed for what I said and I did. But it was only to get to this kid. And honestly, I swear to God, I didn't think that this kid was going to post a video. But then after I went to his YouTube channel, I was, of course he's going to post this video. Of course he's going to post this video. That's what this kid was climbing after. That's what he's been working for. This is his dream, and I gave it to him. But in all reality, it's all going to backfire on you because you're the fucking racist, not me.
You're having those close relationships, with the people in your neighborhood, with other Asians. How do you justify the fact that the words that you said?
There isn't.
Because when I'm hearing things about in my neighborhood, there was an 89-year-old lady who was set on fire
before that.
in Brooklyn.
It was right before that.
Yeah,
and that's why I feel that maybe this kid treated me this way. I'm not sure, but there's been a lot of harassment on it.
A lot of harassment. And you might think that these situations are not interconnected, but for people that look like us,
I know, man.
They're connected.
I know.
So when we see something that's happening, like what you said in the video, we take it that way. We take it to heart.
I know, bro.
Because we're thinking about our parents. We're thinking about our friends. We're thinking about people that are very close to us. Our family.
I trust me. My words hurt me more than they hurt you. I can fucking guarantee that to you, bro. I can't look at my fucking friends in the eyes no more. You understand?
Has anyone tried to attack you since?
Yeah, of course.
Because they obviously,
why wouldn't they?
With cancel culture, they have your first and last name. They
got
found
everything.
out. They have all your history.
They got everything.
So did people?
Absolutely. Why wouldn't I have any?
So what's it like? What's it like walking around now, or just being at home? Do you feel safe?
Well, you know what? Look, they have all the right to be angry at me. Anybody would be, even people who are not Asian. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Well, yeah, actually, you don't have to be fucking Asian to be pissed off.
My non-Asian friends.
That's what I'm saying, dude. You don't have to be Asian to be pissed off at the fucking shit I said.
At what you said.
I know what I said is wrong.
Including my Asian friends, they were extremely pissed. They saw red when they saw that.
Well, that's what made me freaking say these things. Red. The same red they felt is the same fucking red I felt. But there's still no excuse for my words, man.
Right. But how's it been? Has anyone tried to attack you or?
Well,
I'm sure you got a ton of threats,
at
least online. I'm sure you got a ton of threats there.
Oh my God, forget about it. But a few incidents happened, but I don't really want to get into it.
Okay.
Whatever.
Well, how about, you told me prior to the podcast, you said that people have been messaging you.
Oh, yeah.
And where they're cursing you out, threatening you, but you actually respond to them.
Absolutely.
And at the end of it, they see things differently.
Absolutely. They turn from cursing at me. Die, you piece of crap. Die, you son of a bitch. Die. You deserve to everything to hell, go to hell. And then I'll explain to them what happened. And then they all start giving me hearts and apologizing. There's only one story here, man. There's only the truth. And that's what I came to tell is the truth.
Okay, that's what we want. But I got to tell you, Harry, I think part of it is true, but you obviously have a different vantage point. So it's true to you. I believe that you believe you're telling the truth. Do I think that's the whole truth? I'm not convinced.
I'm willing to take a lie detector test.
Like I said,
let him take it. Let's see who wins.
I don't believe that you think you're lying. I believe that you believe what you're saying. But at the same time,
there's only one story.
I don't believe Well, there's actually
there's
three
three
stories.
sides to every truth.
There's three stories. There's
Okay.
your story,
His story,
there's
and the
his
truth.
story, and the truth, right?
Well, my story is
So-
the truth. I don't know how to freaking lie.
Well,
I'm telling the truth.
everybody that tells a story from their vantage point is the truth to them. So, like I said,
I
I'm not
haven't-
calling you a liar, but what I am saying is that I believe that what you're saying, you believe that it's true. Personally, based on this conversation, based on what I see and all the other information that was given to me, I don't know if that's the whole truth. I
Okay.
really don't.
Well, we can always go through the video.
I'm not confident. I'm
Okay.
not confident
Wanna go
that,
through the video?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I guess we can go through the video.
Let's go through the video,
Yeah.
and we'll walk through the video, and then
Yeah.
then you.
Do you guys want to take a break? We'll charge up and then we'll
Yeah,
go to the
okay,
video. We'll be
that's
right
cool.
back. Okay. Let's just go through it now and see what you have to say about it. Okay.
All right. Just let me know when you want to stop.
Great.
And you could just play over. You could talk about it.
See this guy? He has a whole bike lane on the right side. He gonna drive in the middle of the road and then brake check me, and then tell me to get out his country, punch my car, and all that.
Pause that there.
Punch my car and all that.
All right. So right now, that's where the beginning of the recording happens. He said that you told him to get out my country. He also says that you brake checked him, and then you punched this car.
Well, I never said that to him. I never said those words to him. But if you look at the
You want to
position-
talk into the mic?
Yeah, if you look at the positioning of the car, you can see he's already bearing over to the right. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
So if he feels that there's a bike lane to the right, why is he all the way to the right? And
Well, after hitting you, he might have pulled over, right?
no, the bike was stuck under the car. We never.
So as soon as he made contact with you, he braked.
the
he's-
car never moved.
He
again.
stopped. He put it in park.
That's it.
Interesting.
That's it. The car never moved after that.
That is.
He got
I don't get the. But he's still in the. It's so hard to tell
okay,
from
we'll
that
see.
angle.
No. A little bit. It's gonna change soon,
Okay.
and he's gonna
because
come. He's gonna
based on
come-
that footage right now.
Yeah.
It looks like he's in his lane.
Yeah, we're gonna get a better angle soon. We're gonna
Okay.
get a better angle. And if you see where my bike is positioned, he hit my bumper on the right side of his bumper. So basically, I'm on the right side of the road, and you're veering over to the right towards me, and you jam my bike under your bumper. So basically, you didn't try to go around me. You veered into me. We'll see this now. You'll see that this kid purposely ran into my bike. Purposely. He purposely ran into the bike. I stopped, but I stopped because after I heard what he said to me, that's why I stopped. And I started to veer over to the right so he can go around me and I could speak to him through my window, telling him, yo, what did you just say?
Speak to him through his window.
Yeah, through the passenger window. Like,
Right.
oh, yo, dude, what did you guys say to me right now?
Okay, let's see.
You know? Now, when I heard him say that, just pause it for a second. When I heard him say that, get the hell out of here, this is my country, which I would never say.
He just said that?
Well, he said it before, you know?
Before the
okay.
recording.
Okay.
Yeah. He said it. He said
During
it
this recording?
Right now. Yeah, he said it. If you
Oh.
want to back it up, he'll say it.
Wait, he said get out my country?
No,
get out my.
He said that I said it.
Get out of China?
Yeah, he said that I said it.
Yeah, I heard that part.
Yeah,
You don't have to
he
rewind
said that
it.
I said. Yeah, you
We
don't
heard
have to
that part.
rewind it.
Okay.
So when he said that to me, right, I heard him say it because I'm on the phone right now talking to the cops. So I'm thinking he's talking to the cops through his earphone, like he has a little piece in his phone and he's talking to the cops. I didn't know he was recording me yet.
Okay.
Me yet.
Okay.
I thought he was talking to the cops and he's telling the cops, this guy
Is racist.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Meanwhile, I had never said a word to him yet.
Okay.
No racist words came out of my mouth.
Okay. So he's playing the racism card, you're saying,
Exactly.
right away.
Exactly. Because he was the racist towards me. So he wanted to flip it to me right off the beginning of the video.
So you're saying that he was the first to instigate any type of racism, so he was trying to get you to...
Absolutely. And to make me look like I was the racist now because he's the one who said to me, get the hell out of here. You don't belong here. You know, then when I asked him, what do you mean by that? And I wanted him to clarify because, hey, listen, he made it meant get the hell out of the road. You don't belong here. But when he said to me, look around you, he clearly meant in a racist way, you do not belong in this neighborhood. And that's why I told him.
Well, maybe he said, look around you. I mean, again, I'm not him, but maybe I'm giving him...
But anybody else,
Hold
when
on,
I called
Harry.
him a racist...
Maybe he said, look around you because you were threatening to fight. And look around you, you fight me here.
No.
There's a ton of
That
other
was
people
after.
that's going to...
That was after.
Oh, so
I
this
told
is
him
very-
after, let's fight. When I asked him, I was like, "What do you mean by that?" Because I always give the benefit of the doubt to somebody. I'm on a bike. He might have wanted to go by me or whatever. And he goes to me, "Look around you." So I started calling him a racist piece of shit. Let's go around the corner, this and that. Any normal human being, you know what they would have done? No. I didn't mean it that way. I didn't mean it. No, look around you and stuff. I meant it like whatever. But he didn't say nothing.
If you punch my car, I don't know. We're gonna have problems. So,
exactly.
I mean, that's not
exactly.
So
but why did I punch your car?
Play.
You ran into my bike.
Let's just keep playing. Let's go through it. I want to.
Right. Okay.
I'm on 7th Avenue. Yes, Brooklyn, New York.
You just punched my car too.
That you did. You punched his car.
Absolutely, right on the hood.
Okay.
One time, not three, like he said. One time.
Okay.
Yeah, here's a guy down on the floor. You hear him, right? You hear him lying?
The reason why I said that is because I heard him saying, you want to pause it 1 second?
Yeah, pause it now.
Now, I heard him saying to the cops, which I thought it was to the cops, that I told him a racial slur, that this is America and you don't belong here, is my country and stuff.
And what did you say? That someone's lying on the floor?
Dead.
Okay.
And then the woman says to me on the phone, she says, what did you say? And I was like, no, just send the cops over, but you know, if just send the cops over, there's gonna be someone dead on the floor if you don't. That's what I said.
Let's see that.
You know, but you don't hear it because my back is turned.
Because I hear you saying,
yeah.
There's
After I said
like,
that,
you're trying to create some urgency. It seems
yeah, exactly. So the cops could come quick. I didn't want to be there forever, right? But then when I heard him say that, I was like, no, I said that because if the cops don't come here quick enough, there's gonna be someone on the floor dying. Okay. But you can't hear me because my back is turned and I'm talking a little lower.
It didn't capture the audio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's keep playing.
Not going nowhere. This guy tried to run me over. And then you'll hear me say, you're gonna stay here too. His uncle now, that turns out his uncle, he was wanted to leave, which he did leave. He wasn't even around after. It's a truck. See, I'm mumbling. Can you go back for a second?
Yeah, hit that pause.
It's a truck. Just go back.
Now, what did you mumble?
Let's go back. You'll see that when I realize he's filming me. When I realize he's filming me, I just start mumbling right away. I'm like, right away. Because I didn't think he was filming me. I thought he was talking to the cops like a normal person, you know?
Right.
Like we're making an action report. You're calling the cops. I'm calling the cops, you know? We're going to make this action report. We're going to go on our way. You know? That's what I'm thinking is going to happen, right? But look.
So when you realize he's filming you, you try to
watch. I start to mumble my words. Just watch this. Watch. I just start to watch. I'm talking normal. Everything's cool. Look, watch when he comes out. I start mumbling because I see him going like this. And I'm like, what? It's a truck. Smack. I smacked the phone.
That guy's got a hell of a grip.
He has a hell of a grip. He had it and he had rubber gloves on, and that's what helped him. The rubber gloves for the COVID rubber gloves. He had that. And he had a casing, so the casing in the rubber gloves didn't allow that thing to slip out. I mean, I really uppercutted that thing hard.
Someone sneeze on me, I'm dropping my phone. Like, wow. Yeah, you did give that a nice uppercut.
Yeah, I really tried to.
So you tried to slap it out because once you realized that he was recording you.
After all what he did, like, yo, dude, you're yelling at me through the window. You ran
which he says was not true.
I know. But I can show you texts that we talked on Instagram, and you'll see that I kept repeating it to him, and he never said, he never tried to say, no, I didn't. Okay. You understand?
Okay,
I'm asking then who did.
But that doesn't say that actually happened, though.
I know, but then I'm asking then who did? Who's screaming those words out? You know?
Let's see. Let's continue on.
Oh, y'all see that, right? Y'all see that? Oh, y'all see that?
But listen to him.
I like that energy.
Listen to him. Does that seem like a person that's trying to act normal, or to take like a video of someone normal?
Yeah, I like that energy. Keep that up, bro.
Listen.
Keep that up, bro.
Listen this. I'm trying to talk to them, and look, only egging me on. Look. Listen to this kid.
He's sick.
He's sick. Look.
He's sick.
Listen to this kid.
That's crazy.
Bring the cops over here.
You're sick.
See, now I'm telling him I only need the cops. Just bring the cops.
I like this energy.
Now this guy circles around me and starts, look.
Yeah.
Who's gonna allow? If I called these guys out already. I told them let's go around the corner.
Oh yeah, you see this, right?
Look, I'm not trying to hit him. I'm not trying to hit him. I just want him to go get away from me. I'm not gonna have. 1 second, just pause it for a second. I'm not gonna have some after we already are heated up and we're already exchanging words, right? and I'm telling you, let's go
No,
around
I get
the
it.
corner.
I wouldn't let someone roll behind.
You know what
me,
I'm
too.
saying? You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna. After I told you, let's go around the corner. Like I don't know that's his uncle. I don't know how old the guy is. I don't know who he
I can
is.
see that.
He has a mask on. I don't know. But then later
again,
I
it looks
realized,
like- it
and I
looks like-
felt terrible. I felt terrible for getting in the guy's face.
Right.
I really honestly did.
Because it
I
looked like
swear
he
to
was
God, look.
checking.
See, look, goosebumps. I
Yeah, it
swear
looked
to
like
God.
he was checking on your bike.
Yeah,
and
but then he
you
stood
went
like
at him.
that, and I was like, dude, this guy might do something. If you want to review it, just review it for a second, and you see, I see his feet coming, so I look.
No, at the same time, if I'm having a confrontation with someone, an argument, right or wrong, I mean, just take that out for a second.
But look how I look at him.
Anybody rolling up behind you,
You
that's
gotta rewind it a little bit.
That's dangerous.
I-
Let's just keep playing. Let's go past that because we're not here for that. I mean, that's not really.
Yeah.
I just wanted to. See, I'm not getting aggressive. I'm not hitting him.
No, you're getting pretty aggressive.
Well, just to get him away from there. Just to get him away from there. I didn't touch him or to punch him or anything like that.
Go ahead, keep playing. No, go ahead. Oh, honestly.
Now, this is how close. We need to get this shot good. And you'll see how close the car is to the white line. See, look how close that was.
Yeah.
You saw that?
Yeah.
So he didn't give me no room. So he's saying if he thinks that the bike lane is on the right, what the fuck are you doing so close to that white line?
I can't see the.
You got to back it up slowly.
No, I see that white line, but he's not over the white line.
No,
and
but he's
also,
close.
So he's still in his lane, and I don't know how New York City has very tight lanes in some
know,
areas.
I know.
So I don't know how close is
To the yellow line. We'll see. We'll see.
If there's a big difference.
There's like a huge gap over there from the yellow line.
And if he hits you and he never pulled over,
He didn't pull over. The bike jammed.
Then I can see
Thank you.
something a little bit strange with that. It's a
Okay.
little odd. I'm not, but
Thank you.
You know,
this is what I want to prove to you guys. Thank you. Look what a piece of shit this kid is. Play the video. If you want, just back up a little bit so you guys can see.
I saw the line. We can just keep going for it. I want
really
to know,
close.
I want to know how the yellow line is.
There's like you really the yellow line. I think if we play the video, you'll see that the yellow line. You'll see the car how close it is. It's like maybe 2-3 feet away from the yellow line towards the right side. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna play it right now.
You stupid motherfucker.
Oh,
How
yeah.
did that happen?
That's my
How
beautiful
did that
language.
happen,
You brake checked me.
motherfucker?
You brake checked me.
You hit me with the
You
fucking
brake
car.
checked me. You brake checked me in the middle of the
Yeah.
road.
I brake check
You have
you.
a bike lane, bro.
A bike's gonna brake check a car.
Red light, you
Yeah,
dumb
it wasn't a
motherfucker.
red
There
light.
is no bike lane. This is the bike
See,
lane.
I'm explaining to him now.
This
Stop
is
for
the
a
fucking
second.
bike
This is
lane,
the bike lane right
motherfucker.
here. Oh, yeah. Here.
Now he's telling me that there's a bike lane on the right side. Okay?
And there is no bike lane.
There is no bike lane. There's a
I don't
shared
see it.
lane over there. Okay?
I think, but what he's trying to say is that bikers should just stay on the right, not in the middle of the road.
He did not know the law. He
Right.
didn't know the law. Later on, I have a picture of a comment explaining that he knows the law. Would you like to see this comment?
No, I understand. You need to share the road with the bikers when there
No.
isn't a bike lane present.
Right. He didn't know that. He thought that all the bikes need to be on the right-hand side.
Right.
Yeah, he didn't
Right.
know that at all.
Right.
And you'll see that I explained it to him 2-3 times, and he still was yelling at me, saying, "No, you got to be on the right side." Then all of a sudden, when everything came out and he found out what the law is, he put a comment saying, "If you want, I'll show you," that he knows the law and that he knows that that was a shared bike lane, and that I was swerving all over the road and stuff like this.
So
What?
you're saying that now he changed the narrative
Yes, you want to see the text?
after he.
It'll take me a second to bring it up, literally.
Go. Let's continue with the video.
Here's this whole shit, right? I like that energy. Keep it. Keep that energy when it comes.
Like, is that some way to treat
Oh, yeah.
somebody?
You heard? You heard? Are you heard?
Huh?
Well,
is that
listen,
some way to treat somebody?
Well, if you just smack, let's just say if I'm him, if you just said something racial to me, I know you said you didn't.
I didn't.
But if you did, and you stuck your middle finger at me after I kind of honked at you,
I did that.
right, and then you punch my car,
Yeah.
and then you try to slap my phone.
It's already an aggressive situation.
yeah,
you
right,
but that's
escalated.
after. But that's
At
after
that
he
point,
told me-
I'm gonna do everything I can to make you look bad. Like this, it's on. Like we are, I'm gonna try to hurt you.
Yeah, but-
if it's not physical, it's gonna be through this.
none of
avenue,
this
the
would
way
have
he took.
happened if he didn't scream at me. Get the fuck out of here. You know?
Right, and it's hard because like we don't know what happened prior. Like we already go through all the racial stuff was incredibly inappropriate and troublesome and disgusting. But now we're just trying to figure out, are you 100% wrong? Because you're saying you're not. There's some shared blame here.
Yeah.
And he should take some accountability for
Yes.
that too, because you're saying that this video is edited in a way to make him look like the innocent victim.
Yes.
And you're saying that's absolutely not true, that he instigated it, actually.
Absolutely, from the beginning.
Now, I see the yellow lines right now where you're standing, but I don't know.
You'll see the car. You'll see how
It
far
looks like it's one of those tight New York
Can you
lanes,
go to the
man.
beginning? Can you go to the
It
beginning?
looks like a tight New York lane to
Go to
me,
the beginning
Harry.
when he's coming out of the car. Put
All right,
it
we're
where
at
it's at.
2:30, so we'll just hop back at 2:30.
Look how far away he is, bro.
Yeah, it does seem like he's pretty close, but again,
He's not
it's
close. He's not close to the yellow lines. He's
Okay.
way far away from the yellow
all right,
lines.
let's go back to 2:30. Let's continue with the video.
Let him come out, and then you'll see. He'll see
No,
the yellow
I-
lines
sorry.
when he comes out of the car. You know.
I think we'll see it. Go ahead. Hit play.
Yeah, there might be another angle as
Yeah.
we're walking around. There'll be another angle.
You got a boo boo?
He's joking with an old guy, bro. I mean,
My boy got a boo boo. I'm gonna gotta kiss him.
I'm old enough to be his father, bro.
Yeah, I like that energy, bro.
Yo, why don't you just act like a
I like
man when
that
you go around the
energy.
corner?
That's like the fourth or fifth time I told him that.
Oh yeah, you
Right?
hear this? Y'all hear this?
You're
Huh?
a pussy ass
Y'all
bitch.
hear this, right?
So then don't be
Y'all hear
recording
this,
and
right?
acting like a fool.
Don't be recording and
God.
acting like a fool, man.
I'm scared. I'm scared,
You
yo.
almost ran me over with your car, you
I'm
fucking
scared.
This is
yo.
where I go
Somebody
stupid now.
help.
windbread motherfucker.
Somebody.
This is where I get
You know
stupid.
why you guys are all fucking slant-eyed? Because you're fucking inbreds.
Right.
Yeah, if
I'm
you see a
scared.
black fucking
I'm
This is the
scared.
fucked up part,
see
you know?
any fucking, if you see any retards, they look like you. Either
Word?
they're black or they're fucking white or whatever.
Oh,
They
now
look
you-
like
now you being
yeah, they're all
racist.
like this, you know why?
Oh, now you being
like
racist.
Normalized fucking your sisters.
Word.
Disgusting,
now,
bro.
Now
you know?
you be racist.
Fucking disgusting.
Oh shit.
We see this, and then all of a sudden it escalated to the point where you're using racially motivated comments like that.
I know, man.
So it came from being angry with this person, and then all of a sudden you just pull this
I know,
race thing, race
I
card.
know, dude.
So what happened?
Fucked up, bro. I fucked up, man.
And you have Asian friends, so
I
you know you were
fucked up.
didn't you think about your Asian friends when you were about to say that? Is that part of you growing up? It's like
Yeah, I did think about them, and this
Yeah.
is the stupid shit we just go back and forth with. And I thought maybe I could say it, but this is shit you don't say on camera. You don't say this shit on camera. You don't say this shit to people you don't know. But this is just stuff we joke around with. Like friends get stupid. With each other. And I didn't think anything. I mean, you just don't say that shit to out in the open. And I made a mistake. I just wanted him to hit me, and I wanted to smash this kid's face. That's all I wanted to do.
so at that point you were trying to escalate to the point where you
To get
wanted him
physical.
to physically attack you.
Yes, that's all I wanted to do.
No,
I wanted to beat the shit out of him.
I mean, I see red flags all over the place for mental health issues. I'm not saying you're crazy. I'm not saying that. That's dismissive. But what I am saying is that you have extrally short fuse.
I do. I'm not
you
saying
go
I
0
don't.
to 100.
No, I'm old school, man.
very
Everybody
quickly.
growing up. Listen, today, everybody's a little bit more settled back. I don't know what it is. Maybe it could be everybody's on freaking some kind of drugs or something. But yeah, I do have a short temper, but I'm not like this all the time. Right now, we are diving into this again, and it's just bringing back all my emotions. You understand? And this is what you're seeing me get upset and whatever. But if I'm sitting around, I'm not gonna get aggressive, or I'm not gonna get upset with anybody. Even if we're having a normal conversation, it's just normal. But if you're gonna treat me this way, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to control myself. I'm gonna get emotional. Yeah, because I don't go around treating anybody in this way. So I feel very disrespected when someone does it to me. And then at that point, I really can't control myself. I feel offended. I come from a mindset where, these things didn't happen when I was growing up. Like, people wouldn't treat others this way. Like, we had respect. Like, the younger kids respected the older people and stuff like this. Like, that's the only reason why I said that I had, the bike was a 2006. So he can think to himself and be like, wow, that's a 14, 16-year-old bike. How old is that bike? How old is this guy? Because a lot of people can't tell how old I am. They'll be like, are you in your 30s? Are you in your... They don't know. But I'm in my 40s. But a lot of people will pinpoint me and be like, oh, you look like you're in your 30s. So I don't know what this kid was thinking and why he was treating me this way. So that's why I gave him that number so he could understand. And I told him, yeah, you see now, you're abusing an old man. You're filming an old guy. You told an old guy to get the hell out of here.
You are not helpless. You're not a helpless older. You may be a lot older than him,
Absolutely
old enough
not.
to be his
No,
father.
I'm just talking about
but-
respect-wise.
Right,
Respect-wise.
Yeah, you're in great physical shape.
Absolutely, I'm not saying
you're
nothing.
biking. You don't drink. You don't smoke.
Nothing.
You're very healthy. You are
Absolutely.
obviously into cardio. If you're going to invest that
Absolutely.
much in a bicycle.
Absolutely.
Bicycle.
I'm healthier than 20-year-olds.
so-
I'll definitely agree on
so
that.
At that point, like, I don't know, the whole old man thing, but in terms of respecting your elders,
That's what I was saying.
But the
That's
thing
what I'm
is,
saying.
if you want to be respected, no matter how old you are, you can't be going around saying crazy shit like that.
But that started later on.
Yeah,
That
but
started
regardless,
later
you
on.
still can't say that. Like,
I know.
if you want respect, if you want,
I know.
if you want my respect, like if I'm hanging out with you and even if we get in a respectful argument,
I know.
and you start headhunting at me saying crazy shit like that, like, come on, man.
But
You
this
just
happened
threw-
way later.
I
you know?
can't respect you just because you were born before me. I can't respect you.
I
anymore
agree.
For that.
I agree.
can't,
I agree.
You know, you just said some crazy shit. I lost.
I
Actually,
agree.
right now, I lost all respect. And you know what? Let's go.
He attacked me and he treated me this way, right? And then I just wanted for him to see how old I was. Like, yo, dude, you just did this to somebody who's as old as your dad, maybe even older, and you did this to somebody, you know, treating them this way. And that's why I gave him that number so he could register and be like, wow, this guy's much older than me. I should have never done this to him. I ain't no punk on a bike for you to do this to. You know, why would you do this to
But that's
somebody?
a very street mentality. It's a very
Right, and I come from
aggressive
that. I come from that
personality.
life. I come from that lifestyle.
But this is one of those instances where keeping it real goes wrong.
I know.
You know you're being recorded, Harry.
I didn't even keep it real. I kept it stupid, bro. I said the dumbest shit anybody could have said.
Absolutely.
You know? I know this. I know
Absolutely.
this, but this motherfucker
And
pushed
that's
me.
what I'm saying. You knew you were being filmed, and yet you still couldn't. Actually,
still couldn't control myself.
You got worse. You gave him.
I figured that once he hits me, I'm
All
going to
the
grab that
fuel.
phone, smash the phone, and I'm going to finish it
you
off like
gave him-
that.
You gave him all the fuel.
I know, man.
To
All the fuel to make the best video that he was
See now,
looking to
I'm
make.
sorry to cut in.
Go ahead, Josh.
So you started off, and we didn't really touch on this. You were basically stating that he baited you into this
Absolutely.
situation, and you 100% believe
Absolutely.
that. And
Without a doubt.
And I, the same as Will said before, I believe you believe what you
I
think.
believe it 100%, bro.
But I also believe you have a tendency to be a little bit paranoid, don't you think?
Paranoid?
Yes.
Well,
You're claiming it to old school.
Well, after I did a little research on his page, and I saw that he was not interested in videos this way.
You said you had a situation that happened before this with
Oh,
somebody
yeah,
else.
yeah.
Okay, so now that's history, isn't it?
Yeah, but that I didn't care. That happens a lot.
Right, but it happens a lot.
It happens-
doesn't happen a lot to me.
No, it's happened a lot. I mean, I live in the neighborhood.
I live in the neighborhood too. I walk around Asian neighborhoods. I don't get into fights with people.
I know, but I don't know why it's happened to me.
That's
a few
why I'm
times.
saying I believe you,
And
but
I
I'm
don't
saying
care. It doesn't
maybe,
bother me.
Do you think maybe it's emanating from something that you're doing?
Absolutely not.
I think that's where you're in error.
No, absolutely.
Harry,
not.
I think you're a good guy, but I think you have a situation where you're overreacting to stimulus from around you. I don't think you mean negative with it.
I really don't. It may seem that way, but I really don't.
But you had multiple situations like this.
But it's not my fault.
I
Other
know.
people are attacking me. You know,
As
You have to
Dr. Phil
understand.
would say, it's not your fault, it's everybody else's fault.
Listen, I react. I don't create.
Yeah, but you have to have a filter between, reacting and overreacting.
You're right.
Right?
You're right.
Okay.
The other times I wouldn't react because the other times, even if I did, they wouldn't understand.
But
what
you said
I
you've had multiple situations where you
Yes.
react.
Within the last 10, 12 years, I've been bothered around 4 to 5 times.
That's at least 3 times more than me.
Bro. But I'm not talking about no regular bothering, bro. I'm talking about, like if I
You said you did some Batman shit you were saying earlier.
What do you mean Batman?
Some guy robbed somebody and you
Oh yeah, that was a while ago. That was at the shop. And
Okay, can you tell us about
Well,
that?
some kid tried to run out of the shop and not pay. So I
What
grabbed-
shop is this? A shop you work?
No, I don't work there. It's my friend's shop. I just hang out. I train the
Okay.
guys over there. I hang out. We do barbecues. We're just chilling out.
Okay.
So some kid tries to run out, and I grab him in the middle of the street, and he runs off, and he says all these lies about me trying to beat him up or doing some crap, right? But he tried to rob the store. So
What did he stole something from the
He
store?
didn't pay. He didn't pay for the repair. He just
Okay.
ran out
Is
without
this an
paying.
Asian owned shop?
Yeah.
Is it Asian business?
Yeah.
Asian owned business?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
One of my
so
best
you-
friends.
So you went after. Okay.
One of my best friends.
So what does that have to do with him? Like, so you saying the robber went and said
Yeah,
some
he
racist
ran
things
out.
to you?
No. What I'm saying is that this incident is what made me not hit this kid. This incident is what made me say the things that I said so he can hit me. You understand?
Yeah, you were looking for a conflict. You're looking
Yes.
for confrontation. You
Yes.
wanted to get so you have
I
an
wanted
overwhelming
to get
amount
physical.
that
I wanted
anger
to get physical
I
because I felt that I needed to kick this kid's ass for the way he treated me in a racist and hateful way. I couldn't let this kid get out of, out
But see,
of it.
you just seethed right there when you did that.
I know that. I know.
And I saw you before we
This
even
kid,
started
the way
recording
he
today.
treated me, bro.
Right, but hold on a second. Before we even started recording today, you had the same level of anger.
Yeah.
Talking about a multitude of things.
Yeah.
So don't you think that anger exists inside of yourself, and you're just focusing it on that specific situation?
Well, the current stuff that has happened to me has made me kind of angry. Right now.
So you're dealing with a lot of stuff
Right now, what's happened with what happened right now?
But no, this
has left a stain on me right now.
Harry, I think what Josh is getting at is that level of anger was already there. It was just bottled up. And with that, it just uncorked it. And you just completely went. Phew. So at any given moment, you have this level of animosity ready to explode.
My personality is kind of aggressive, yes.
Right?
But
so I think
I'm not
I'm
not a violent person off the bat. Like, you got to really push me to make me violent.
How many fist fights have you been in your life?
I have no idea.
But it just seems like you do have a hairpin trigger. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Like, you have a hairpin trigger, and it could be the situation, but even when we talk about it, and I can see like all these things that's immediately making you see red.
In this situation, absolutely. In that situation, there's no holding me back. In that situation, and I tried, because you see, I tried. I veered off to the side. I mean, I tried to call the cops. I tried to be normal. I tried, and you put a phone in front of someone like me with a short temper. Yeah, I'm gonna lose it, bro.
So I think that's,
I dealt with him. I dealt with the racist shit he hit me. He said the racist shit, no problem. He banged his car into my bike, no problem. And then you start filming me, bro, when I'm trying to make a police report. Come on, bro. I mean, how much can somebody actually take, man?
Right.
And I still didn't smash his face in. So that's like a plus for me. I've gotten better.
I think that's one more thing that we should touch upon. I think it was also an extreme case of being camera shy.
Absolutely.
I think,
absolutely. You see, I mumble my words once I see him filming me, and that escalated it.
The old school factor that he states he is, like, I think that's a terrible excuse for most of the shit that you're saying. But it isn't an excuse for people who grew up at the time that they did. They weren't. There's no expectation of anything you do in public. Yeah, but that's not an excuse.
But here's the thing.
I know it's not an excuse. There is no excuse for my words, bro.
Josh, Harry, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. This shit has been happening to us. This has been happening to us non-stop, and it didn't just start happening. It's only. We're starting to bring awareness to it because we can film situations like this and share it with people. This isn't something where we go, oh shit, that's unfortunate for him. Now, it's because this day and age we get to record it and we get to have proof now, because it's more real now that you get a point of view.
Yeah.
You get an actual POV shot of what the hell we go through. And I'm sorry to say this, what you just saw in terms of the levels of racism that we get.
Right.
That is just a drop in the fucking bucket. That is nothing compared to what some of these other old folks go through, or young kids, to the point where they lose their Asian identity, where they don't want to be Asian because they're tired of being outcasted, not allowing to fit in, not being able to eat Chinese food, not being able to have Chinese heroes without being called that said Chinese hero, not being named after a Chinese menu, not being called. So we're sensitive about that shit, and yes, we're recorded about it, and I'm glad that they can record to put situations like that, to highlight it, because you know what, we go through that. We don't just raise the Asian card every time we get an opportunity to. We don't want to do that. We want to be left alone, bro. We don't want to be attacked and accused of creating COVID. We don't want to be accused of being dirty and having dogs. We love animals, bro. It's a different
COVID
breed.
was not created in China.
Right. Oh, that's a whole nother separate thing.
Well, I'd love to relate to you, but I'm Jewish, so I have no idea what it is.
I know you can relate through your own trials, but what I am saying is that I can't brush it off simply because
he's taping him, and you know what?
Taping them. But and I could understand Harry being upset and have a hairpin trigger and mental health because of that, and now he's doing anything he can to turn this guy into a punching bag somehow.
Right.
I could get that.
Well, I think what you said in the beginning,
but in terms of letting that slide and a simple apology, I agree with the guy who filmed it in that sense. Like, it's not enough, bro. Like, you know, like, yeah, if you're trying to antagonize me to get me to fight, but you saying those things even while being recorded, and like, to me, at least there's an ounce of truth in what he said.
Right.
Because he knew exactly what to say to attack Asian insecurity.
Right.
You know, you knew exactly what to say. That's what I found really troublesome, Harry.
I apologize,
that
bro. Please forgive me, man.
No,
You know
no,
what I mean? I just said this shit to piss him off, bro.
But what you said was extremely racist.
Fuck,
But do I think you're going out there burning down Chinese people, trying to jump them and hurt them, and
Fuck no, bro.
and hurt Asians in general? I don't think so. But what you said,
I lived in the neighborhood where that old lady got burnt.
You look like a crazy racist.
If I would have
video.
lived in the neighborhood where that old lady got burnt, I would have found out who did it.
But here's the thing. I think it's an anger issue. I think you have anger issue. You need anger management. I think that's really the case to me. Now, am I going to let you slide for it?
Right.
Absolutely not. You know, I want to hold you accountable, because being angry and hurting someone and wanting to get in a physical confrontation, but that's not okay.
But it's not with everybody.
That's not okay. Trying to even if the guy did say something crazy,
I just felt that I had to teach him a lesson physically for treating me in a racist and hateful way.
But I'm saying that's also not okay.
I know, but that's the way I grew up.
But that's
not an excuse.
But that is in my mentality.
I understand, and that's why.
But Harry,
you say something to me, I'm gonna smash your face.
Harry, but that's what led you to this moment in your life.
I know.
You gotta understand that being like that, it's going to hurt you.
I know.
It's going to hurt you and people like you, and you guys may be good friends to other Asians or other people that or you may even have a couple of gay friends, but when they catch you on camera saying those things,
you're right.
That's all they know. That's all they see, and that's not a good look.
You're right.
It's not a good look.
So I don't think you're a piece of shit, Harry. Like we spoke before, I think you're a decent dude.
I do, bud. You know.
Listen, we're all pieces of shit. I do bad things. People are good and they're bad, but I think overall you're a good person. I think most people are good people.
Thank you, man.
I think you did a real piece of shit thing.
I do too.
I think you said some really fucked up things.
Big time.
I think using the fact that someone's recording it as an excuse, it doesn't fucking pan out. And what you need to understand is, even if you're really not that racist piece of shit, anti-Asian, person that you've been portrayed to be, by doing what you did,
I know.
what you need to understand is somebody who's already really a piece of shit, they're going to see the video and go, yup, I agree with him. See, he thinks like I think. Yeah, these fucking Asians.
That's what bothered me more than anything.
Because so then you become a role model.
That's what bothered me more than anything.
Scum.
That's what bothered me more than anything.
That's where you're, that's
what bothered me more than anything.
Big time.
That's what bothered me more than anything.
I think the best thing that you can do for yourself and for, I'm not the Asian community. They are the ones who have to accept your apology. That's between you and them. I think, a good first step would be to work on yourself. I should work on myself. I think we all should. It's crazy fucking times now, and mental illness is a serious issue.
Yeah, it is.
And I think you definitely have. Well, I've had anger issues, so I could see it.
I know.
You should work on that.
I'm in the situation, and I'm just just thinking of what happened, and I know that I may seem angry, and yes, I can't. I do deal with anger a lot. Not well as other people do, It's something that I think not only I have to work with, everybody has to work with, especially because of what's happening today. Everyone's a little bit more uptight,
I wouldn't say uptight. I mean, everyone is a little more
stressed,
sensitive.
Sensitive.
An 89-year-old
bro, crazy
grandmother,
shit, dude. Crazy,
Asian,
bro,
was assaulted.
I know. I heard about that. Right? I didn't know about that until what
and that hit a little too close to home. But also, this is happening throughout. There's so many undocumented cases where it's not getting enough press,
right?
Or the celebrities that we have, the very few, aren't putting any light to this because it may hurt their career.
Right.
And that sucks too, because you know what? Like, there's a whole bunch of Asians that actually support them. And then when it comes time to reciprocate some of that support, and we're only asking you to bring attention to it, you can't even do that.
Right.
And that sucks.
It does.
That really sucks. So we understand as a community, we have to stay tight. And when we see things like this, we have to support one another. Now, you told me you were just at a park, and then a teenager saw you.
Doing a drive-by with a phone.
And did a drive-by with a phone and started circling you guys several times. And when I hear things like that, I'm like, okay, that's us looking out for each other, because it sucks that any teenager should have to know that racism, to know that there's people out there that thinks that that he's inferior just only because he looks like that, or if they have a sexual preference, that now they feel inferior as well because they like people who are of the same sex, and that's not something that they can control. You can't control your race, and a lot of times you can't control your sexual preference.
Right.
You know, you can't.
And to judge somebody and
to use that as a slur against them.
I agree, bro.
And then what's double downing is that it went viral and all these people are seeing it, and some people actually are getting a kick out of it.
It's crazy, man.
And it just spreads the dialogue of hate even further.
I know.
And when at a time
that's
where,
why this kid
where
should have
all
never
of us, no
posted
matter
that
what
shit.
race you are, at a time right now more than ever in this country, in this world, we need to be together no matter what race you are.
You're right.
There's just so much shitty people, shitty evilness, diseases, like all this shit going on right now. We need to be together, but we're just drawing lines of separation, and people are just...
Not me, bro. Not me,
and we can't have that.
Not me.
You remove the racist stuff you set out. I don't know if you're 100% right there too. That's not clear to me in that video.
That wouldn't bother anybody a block away from my house.
Well, when I look at the video, I don't look at it two situations. I look at it as one situation where there's two parts. There's one part that you're looking at it as like, who's to blame for messing up my bike? This is like an accident that occurred.
Nothing happened to the bike.
And then there was the other situation where the racist remarks occurred.
Yeah.
To me, this is one situation. It's connected, but I think like from your point of view, it's separated, right? And then there's one part to blame for him to blame and one part for you to blame. But I think it's one interconnected piece. The situation, where things were said, and then there's the situation that led up to the whole altercation, right? But it's a holistic situation that we're looking at from outside looking in. So we can't really separate, you're to blame totally, or he's to blame totally. I don't think we can look at it that way. I mean, like from my point of view, I don't look at it that way.
I don't know. Listen, I wasn't swerving. I swear to God, I was not swerving around. There's just one lane. What am I going to do? Go onto oncoming traffic? This guy's just crazy out of his mind. I wasn't swerving. I was going down the block. This guy's nailing on his horn like crazy. He would not stop nailing on his horn. At the end, I turned around and gave him a fiddle finger after I pointed at the light. Okay? And then I started to veer over to the right after he called me, told me to get out of here. I don't belong here. I veered over to the right so he can bypass me so I could ask him through the window, yo, what's up? Who do you think you're talking to? Like this? Like what's going on? Like why are you being this way with me? But he didn't decide to go around me. He went on and then hit me. As I stopped, he just...
Here's the thing I do find a bit strange about that is... I mean, from the footage itself, it does seem like he's a little bit more towards the right. Yeah. But again, I can't tell if he hit you, he pulled over so that... Because I know if you get in an accident with your car, you pull over to the right and let people pass on the left.
We never moved the car.
Right?
He never moved the car.
That's hard for me to discern, right? Just from the video. I'm telling you, I'm not saying whether I believe you or not, Harry. What I'm saying, from the video, no one can make that judgment. From the video, no one can.
Truth. There's two cameras that are across from
I understand
there.
that, Harry. But what I'm saying,
if we can get the footage, you'll see.
But what I'm saying, the people watching the video, you can't decipher that. But here's what I do find strange: you both admit that he honked. He said he honked. You admit you heard him honk.
It wasn't a light tap. He said light tap.
Right. So it doesn't matter. Like aggressive tap, hard tap. But if there's a motorcycle or there's a bicycle in front of me and I honk, I'm paranoid. Like I'm scared to run someone over on my if they're on a motorcycle. Like actually, when I see, even if I'm driving on a highway, if there's a motorcycle in front of me, if they're crazy, I'll let them be crazy and I'll give them their space, because if they somehow slip up and I run over that person, like I don't know, is that's, so I have a little paranoia. I want to keep my space from motorcycles and bicyclists. And the only time I ever hit a bicycle is when I pulled over to the side, actually my passenger person, and they got out without looking at the bike lane, and then the poor delivery driver ran over him. But I found it strange in how he can hit you.
Right. See,
Like unless he was tailing.
tailgating.
That's a little bit. Unless you totally brake checked them, that's the only thing.
Listen,
But at the same time, even with insurance companies with cars, it's most of the time, even if someone did brake check you in a car, most of the time it's still the person that's behind that shares the most blame. Even if someone is brake checking you, because the rule is you should be at least a car length away from them.
I'm not gonna brake check.
And at a local road, you should be going like what, 20 miles per hour, 25, whatever it is. I know in New York City, most of the local roads are probably 25.
Yeah, but that 7th Avenue is so packed. You can't even go 7-8 miles an hour. 9 miles
That's
an hour.
exactly
You
what
can't
I'm.
go.
That's
You can't
exactly
go.
what I'm saying. So
So what's his
was he up
problem?
your ass?
Yeah, he was
That's,
on my ass.
That's the only thing where I can go, oh shit, man.
He was
maybe,
like a car length away. A car length.
but it's
away
hard
the
to
whole
tell
time.
from the video. But just me thinking about that, and I'd love to get his take on it, but. That's what's not on video, and then I'm really just trying to put one-on-one together. I'm behind you, and from an insurance purpose, like I'm gonna get most of the blame. I'm gonna get most of the blame from a legal perspective because they usually blame the person from behind. I'm as a rule of thumb, I gotta stay far away from you unless you totally slammed on your brakes.
I didn't. What I did was I bared to the right, and then I locked my brakes. Bared to the right. He had more than.
And
a
if
car
what you
length.
say is true,
He purposely hit the bike. I swear to God, to anything. It made my mother die right
and
now.
if that's
I don't lie, bro. The
if
only lie
that's
the only lie I told was recorded on 911. That's the only one I told. And the only reason I said that was for them to understand that if the cops don't come there will be somebody dying on the floor.
If that's true, where he purposely try to make
I
contact
swear
with
to
your
my
bike,
mother's life.
That's.
I swear to my mother's
It doesn't
life.
justify what you said. It doesn't justify what you said, but it
My
does.
words,
It does
my anger,
justify.
my anger.
It does justify some of your anger.
Yes.
It doesn't justify any
Nothing
of the
justifies it.
homophobic,
None of the racist-
racial.
No.
So it doesn't.
Yeah.
I
it
agree.
doesn't.
Comments.
Anybody, if I'm riding a bike and some guy runs me over,
That's what happened to me. This guy just would not let up, bro. He would not let up on his horn, So as I'm veering over to the right, he actually moves over to the right and hits my bike. Like he didn't want to have any eye contact with me, I guess, or something. I don't know what it was, but he knew he was wrong. He knew he said the wrong stuff. And then all of a sudden, as I'm going over to the right, so he could bypass me around, so I could look through the window, he just rolls right into the bike, and the bike jams underneath the thing. And you could see I'm all the way to the right hand side of his bumper. He's away from the yellow lines. So what are you doing coming into me? If you see that I'm a problem, I'm veering over to the right. Why are you doing what? Because I gave you the middle finger? You think that is good enough for you to open up your window, start screaming racial shit to me, and then hit me with your car?
yeah.
And there's a red light in front of us. Like, where are we gonna
and
go?
the problem with that, Harry, is that there's no video footage of that.
But there is from
There's
stores.
there's no photos
There's two
of your bike
Right.
being jammed under the
there's-
car.
But there's
I know,
no.
I should've taken
Here's
that.
the yeah. There's no. There's
should've
no,
taken that
so
photo.
then what you say.
Unless he's man enough to say the truth. Unless you're man enough to say the truth.
Well, and that's what's difficult.
When I pulled out the
Sense.
bike, it was jammed. I mean, I really had to pull on the bike to get it out. When I
Right.
pulled out the bike, that's when his fog light popped out.
Right.
For
For everyone listening, I mean, what do you want to say to them?
I would like to apologize for, there's no excuse for my words. I mean, there's nothing I can say to make any of my words go away, right? I mean, they're there forever now. I'm fucked, bro. But all I gotta say is that I was under too much anger. He pushed me way past my limits. I tried to control myself, but when he started filling me on top of all that he did to me, I just lost it, man. This was not just some normal accident. You get along, you go home, you say, "Oh, fuck you," whatever, This guy racially attacked me 2 blocks away from my house. You gotta understand that. He racially attacked me 2 blocks away from my house. He ended up crashing into me, and then he's filming me on top of it. Like, how am I supposed to act normal? How am I supposed to gather myself and be normal at that point?
Racial stuff at the same time.
Absolutely, I'm a fucking asshole.
I can't justify
It's not
your
excusable.
anger. With
You're right.
that.
Absolutely, man. You're right.
I think there's going to be a side that is going to be extreme, like no matter what you say or.
Oh yeah, I know
or,
that. I know that. There's nothing's going to change their mind. There's going to be people that no matter
I think that's okay. I think that's okay. Because,
I do too.
Because what you said, it's really aggressive, man.
I do too.
And,
Yeah, I know.
and years of being oppressed and
I do too.
and experience racism. Of course, you're gonna say, "Well, fuck this guy. I'm not gonna
Right, fuck
overnight
him.
just because of
He's
one
not worth
one
my
conversation." in a podcast with the Lucky Boys that I'm gonna change anything. Like, no, that doesn't change shit. But you start putting in work in the Asian community.
I have been, bro. I don't have a problem.
But now it's different. Now
I fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but here's the thing: you could do all the beautiful, great things.
I know, man. I opened up my mouth and everything went away.
You could be Superman, but the minute you do one evil thing that doesn't represent you in that light, whether you're shoveling snow, whether you saved someone from a burning building. You could do all the superhero shit you want.
I'm not a racist.
But once you do something like that,
everything goes away. All the good I've done has been shoved to the side. I know.
That's the only thing people see.
I'm gonna work my way back, bro. Yeah. That's the only thing I have. Yeah. People know who I really am. You know, everybody knows me in the neighborhood. Everybody knows who I really am. They know who I really am. You know, and hopefully they'll just understand that I was just way past my limits of anger. I do have a short fuse. I probably have no fucking fuse, you know?
Yeah, it's pretty short.
Okay? It's pretty fucking short. I know. But especially in a situation like this, you know, I tried, bro. You see me, I'm circling there, trying to control myself. Yeah. Trying to control myself. He keeps, I'm trying to control myself. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, let's just go around the corner and just do this, you know? I mean, that's to the point. I was like, and then after that, when he's like, and then I freaked out.
If I was, you know, I grew up with you, you're one of my close friends, it's going to take me a long time to kind of like, you know,
I know,
have you back in my circle or just try to really understand where you're coming from because, you know, like we were all talking about, you know, what's happening in this climate right now. I mean, what you said emboldened a lot of people who might not be racist,
shit, bro,
right?
Know,
or you know, to say like this is something we can do, and
I know
that's going to take a long time for I think people that look like us that you know are going to be okay with.
I think the best thing for, and I'm not saying this just for myself, but I do believe that these videos are not helping. They're making things worse. And if this video was not out, if this video was not out and not mainstream, people would not have a negative thing to think about. You see, you bring negativity out, you're gonna get negativity back. You know.
Well, I disagree. I disagree with not having these videos out there.
It's good to expose somebody.
Yes.
But don't show what happened. Just say he said some shit. He's a racist.
It takes away all the power. You have,
but we cannot allow to fuel anger, no matter how. You're fueling anger. You see, we're fueling anger by showing these videos. We're not doing anything good. I promise you this. What we're doing is we're fueling anger. We're allowing people to take this in and create more anger.
Well, it's like, Harry, it's not doing anything good for the person. In this case, you.
Right, but it's not doing anything good.
But for everyone else in that community, they have the right to know what's going on.
Right,
and it helps in the sense that the people that don't know what we have to go through, now they can be joined in on the part of the conversation from a human decency perspective. They can see that there's people out there saying these things to us, and it's not like, oh, you guys can't take a joke, you guys are so sensitive. It's not that. It's this.
Yeah,
it's
I know.
It's not a comedian on stage saying something. It's people like that. But like I said, that's just a drop in a bucket. Try being excluded because you look like this, but you can't play sports. No one wants to pick you, right? Or try looking like this, and all of a sudden, maybe they discount you in terms of your skill set at work. Or try looking like this and not being, just having a last name that's Asian and not being accepted to a school unless you're in the 1%, whereas someone else, they not as intelligent as you or not as deserving get accepted.
Yes.
Right? So you have to be extra hard, and then try looking like this, and the only people advocating you, the strongest voice, are the little people, the big, famous, powerful people, the people that have the big platforms. They don't use it. We don't have an Al Sharpton. Well, I mean, we don't have a Dr. Martin Luther King. We don't have Malcolm X. We don't have any Asian leaders at that level. We're working on it. There's people, but none of us have that platform. We're working on it, but none of us have, and it's frustrating, man. I'm telling you, it's so frustrating because we're saying this to we're blue in our face, and people
losing battle
are completely dismissive of it. And so when you get something like this, of course you're gonna have a whole bunch of us gang up and go, if I see you on the street, then I'm gonna make it uncomfortable for you, because you know what? Now is the time. I'm at a tipping point where this is enough. This is enough, man. I'm not going to stand by idle any longer, because I seen it happen to my grandma, I seen it happen to my mom, I seen it happen to me, my friends, and now I have kids.
I didn't need to go.
My kids gotta go through this.
I didn't need
Hell no. That's it. I'm drawing the line.
You're right.
This is it. This is the moment. I like. That's it. You can't be burning. You can't be burning us. You can't be jumping. I'm not saying that you are, but you can't say these things without
any repercussions.
Without us, you know what?
You're right.
Clapping back at you. We have to fight back. We're not just gonna stand there idle and let you abuse us anymore. And that's the mentality that's out right now. And I love that.
I didn't need to go through this to regret my words. I didn't need to be mainstream fucking plastered everywhere to regret what I fucking said, bro. I have Asian friends. They're my family. That's the most embarrassing part for me. I didn't need to go on TV. I didn't need for everybody to fucking start threatening me. You know? I didn't need that shit, dude. Trust me. The second the fucking words were coming out of my mouth, I regretted them. The second they came out of my fucking mouth, bro. I can't look at my friends. You understand? I'm the one who said those fucking things. I'm the one who's a disgusting fucking piece of shit to everybody right now. You know?
I think
nobody else.
I think it's one of those things where, I mean,
I didn't need to go mainstream to feel like this. I didn't. Trust me, bro. If he would have never posted that fucking video, I would have regret my words. Even if they were not out there, I would have been like, wow, that motherfucker just went home with all those words in his head. I would have felt like shit. And it didn't need to get recorded.
You might have felt worse if you bashed his brains in, I'll tell you that.
No, I wouldn't have.
No?
No, I wouldn't have, because I was right. I would have taken him to the side, pummeled his fucking face in for treating me in a racist and hateful way. Screaming at me out of his fucking window, I don't belong, 2 blocks away from where I live. Okay? Ramming his car into me and then filming me on top of it.
Yeah, but Harry, if that happened, dude, you wouldn't be here.
Yeah, I would rather be in jail than my fucking face posted up on fucking all over the place as a racist. I would rather fucking smash his face, be in jail for a few days, and I'll be cool, bro. Not fucking be a racist everywhere.
Yeah. The next time
I'm just gonna grab his phone, stick it right up his fucking ass, and that's it. I'll be good, bro. Here, record your asshole.
Next time,
that's what I'll do.
I gotta tell you,
that's what's gonna happen, bro.
That right there.
Listen.
You need to check that.
I know that. I know that.
Control that.
I know that.
There's some triggers, man.
Exactly, but what I'm trying to tell you is that
if you can't control it, there's going to be
the next time somebody
part 2 of Harry racist tirade.
Yeah, let it go. Let it happen. Then the next time.
No, but what if that happens again, where the racist comments come back out? So I'm never going to say anything. Listen, I'm never going to say anything racist again in my life. I'm just going to smash someone's fence. If a situation happens like this again, to where there's something racist said towards me, okay? I'm not gonna sit there talking to the guy.
Like, you don't even care about the part that you're angry where you want to fuck him up, where you want to bash his face. But you really do care about the racist part that you said.
Absolutely, man.
I'd love to get his take on it.
Yeah.
You know, just to it's hard because it's hard for me to really extrapolate what you say and go, yeah, I'm with you. That guy's an asshole.
But why would I bother him?
Difficult.
Why would I bother him 2 blocks? I live in that neighborhood. I live 2 blocks away from there. Why would I bother anybody? I'm just going on my way. I was going to pay some bills.
Yeah. But the thing is, Harry, you don't know the guy. He doesn't know you.
Right.
Obviously, he doesn't know. Well, he doesn't know where you're from. He doesn't know your neighborhood or your background or whatever.
Right.
You know, he just saw what you said. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm an outsider looking in, like we're watching the video, we already have a preconceived notion of who you are. But because we're in the society, we understand. Me and Will, we understand there's cancel culture. There's a lot of perspectives, and there's a lot of truths out there. I don't have
a reason to lie. I don't have a reason to lie. What I've told you guys is the absolute truth. May I burn in hell, I swear to God. May I burn in hell. If I've said any lie, may I burn in hell. Okay? What I've said today to you guys is the absolute truth. He went to the news channel and he lied. He said that I said for him to get out of my country. I've never said that to anybody. And I'm not going to start screaming that 2 blocks away from my house where everybody knows me. Why would I say those things? What I said to him was disgusting, but it was only to him. I know it was.
Well, you also said to the guy. You also said it to the guy across the street.
Yeah, you also said it to the guy across the street.
Yeah, that guy, because he was bothering me as well. Okay, he had no reason to open up his mouth. It was between me and this guy, and there's no reason for you to start telling me to get out of here too. It's like, you're telling me to get out of here too now? Like, I don't have him telling me. Now I got you too? Who else? Come on, who else is here to tell me to get out of here now? Guys, I live 2 blocks away, man. You know? And I'm telling you, bro, I love everybody. I really, truly do. I was going to ask this kid, bro, let's just be friends after the fucking accident report. That's how I am. I don't care. You said some shit to me? Hey, bro, it's okay. You're racist. I'm cool with that. Honestly, bro, I don't have a problem with it.
So now, when you guys were talking through text, was there any moment where you
Would
guys...
you like to read it? You're more than welcome to.
Well, I mean, that's between...
Instagram.
That's between...
You're more than welcome to see what he said.
But that's between you and him. I don't want to... I mean, do you guys want to...
You're more than welcome to see. You're more than welcome to see the text.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, I think that's all right. I think if the viewers want to watch it, I guess send us an email. We'll share that clip. I mean, we'll share some of that footage if they need it. But at this point, like, it's a he said, she said, right?
But it's on here, you know.
It's
and then I'm asking him why. He's not answering me. Why'd you do this to me, bro? Why, man? Why? I apologize for what I said to you, but can you please apologize for what you did to me? Right. That's all I want.
Because I also want to be fair to him. He's not here to defend himself.
Right. But
right?
I wasn't there to defend myself when he posted the video. I wasn't there to defend myself when he went to Final Four. I wasn't there to defend myself when he tried to ruin my life. You know? I said those things that I said, but it wasn't worth ruining my life, bro. It wasn't worth ruining my life.
A lot of people would disagree with that.
Because me and you are having a problem and I said some things to you. You know,
I disagree with that.
Listen, what I said was wrong.
I disagree too. If someone says that and they mean it,
but it's just between me and you, you know. And I'm saying it to you so you can hit me.
Yeah, but you're not talking about me. You're talking about my culture.
I know.
You're talking about everybody.
I just said
you're
those
talking
things.
about my grandma when you're talking about my dad.
I'm talking about everybody.
Yeah, you're talking about my boys.
You're right.
So when you say that, yeah, it's going to charge me up. I'm going to take offense to that.
I know.
It's super personal because it's not just me.
I wasn't
it's everybody that I love.
I wasn't trying to involve anybody but him. I was only trying to get to him, not anybody else. You know.
But when you say things like that, it goes past that. And you said it yourself. If someone said that to you, they wouldn't be breathing.
No, if someone would have came at me like that, I would have been punching
if they did the Greek version of that, you would be livid. You'd be absolutely livid.
Oh, yeah, I get a whole bunch of shit all the time.
And it would probably be unforgivable, right? And out of context, if they don't know that someone instigated you, where they crashed into you, I'm not saying he did. I'm just saying even out of context, people go, well, look at that guy. He's an asshole. Why did he say all those racist things against Greeks?
I know, you're right.
You know,
absolutely right, bro.
They're talking about all Greek.
There's no excuse for what I said, bro.
It was one thing if you said you're an inbred because you look stupid in your eyes, and your eyes are uneven.
It's still fucked up.
That's one thing if you said that. No slight eye and uneven.
No, it's still fucked up.
Because white people can have uneven eyes, blacks, Spanish, anyone.
No.
So you could say like, you know, your face is fucking disfigured and you're ugly.
Nah.
You know,
it's still fucked up. Because it might even connect.
What I'm saying is that then that doesn't hit the culture.
I know you're right.
Because you're addressing
that individual.
You're addressing how he looks.
Correct.
Not his racial features.
I know, man. I fucked up.
You're talking about just him as a physical, like short, tall, ugly.
Yeah. You're just picking on him.
You're just picking on him. So that's different. So that's why it involves the rest of us. Because when you say that, you're not just saying it to him. When we see it on video,
I'm involving everyone.
We hear you saying that to us.
You're absolutely right.
And then we hear every time somebody else said that to us.
I know.
And that's what gets us. That's what's hurtful.
I know.
You know. So that
You're
said,
absolutely right.
Yeah, it's a long haul road. Hopefully, you know, you learned, you know, from this moment, and then you can move forward from it.
If you guys listening, I don't know. I understand, guys. For my Asian people listening to this, man, like it shit hurts, man.
There's no excuse for my words.
Keep fighting the good fight, guys. Stand up for yourselves. We live in a different age, and you do have people with some sort of platform, even though it's small. We're trying out here because a lot of this are great teaching moments, and I think we can take that opportunity for those that can be changed to help change the outlook or at least aware. And for those who can't, well, we won't focus on them in that sense. We'll continue to fight against those people that are against us, no matter what we do. Mm-hmm. So keep fighting the good fight. Stay together. Be sharp, especially now. I know we're being attacked out there.
Continue to, you know, speak out and continue to speak up. And I'll see you guys at the rally.
I just want to apologize to everybody one more time, you know, sincerely, and even to the kid, you know, even to the kid that abused me and treated me this way. I'd like to apologize to him and his uncle. I didn't want to get into his uncle's face. I feel bad for that, you know. But I was just in the heated moment, and I just felt I felt I needed to protect myself. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know these guys, you know. I didn't know, you know, who was circling behind me. So I just wanted to get them away from me. I feel terrible for making that person feel, you know, like I was going to attack him or something. I feel terrible for all my actions and my words. I really, truly do.
It's dangerous. Sometimes these words can lead to assaults.
Oh, absolutely.
Lead to dangerous situations.
That's what I was looking for him to assault me. That's why I was saying this.
So we got to use that energy that we're using to fight amongst us against those that are truly fighting against us. I'll see you next week. Thank you for coming on. This is Lucky Boys. I'm Will.
I'm Norm.
Thank you very much.
Lucky Boys out.